is going on, everybody? We're in B. The NFL draft is going on. We're in with the 6th overall pick, and the Raiders are on the board. And I got my guy James Espinosa, the host of the Sunday Sports Rush. How's it going, James?
Hey man, it's been good so far, man. Craziness early on with the draft already, with the Jags jumping up, trading with the Browns to get Travis Hunter. But yeah, man, we're already, we're halfway to the Cowboys pick at number 12. And hey, man, I appreciate you having me on the show tonight. I'm looking forward to reacting to the draft and especially reacting what the Cowboys could possibly do.
Yeah, hopefully we got a positive reaction to the Cowboys pick.
I'm hoping so, man. There's a lot of smoke screens been thrown out this week.
Yeah.
It's smoke screen week, week of the draft. It always is. But me personally, man, look, I'm looking at the way things are shaking out, and I've talked to you on a show a few weeks back, and Tedoroa McMillan was the guy that I'm wanting. Matthew Golden as well, if they should choose to go that route. But right now, it looks pretty decent. But we'll see what the Raiders do right here. The Raiders could put a monkey wrench in what the Cowboys could possibly do. I mean, Genty's still on the board.
Yeah.
So Raiders go Genty, or do they go somewhere else? That's the question.
Yeah, when you think of like Pete Carroll, he likes to have a good, solid running back. So that could be a possibility right there.
It very much so could be a possibility. I know the Raiders, of course, they brought in Geno Smith to be their quarterback, but this is a franchise that's known to, pull some wild cards, right? And you never know where they might go right here. So Raiders on the clock. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely going to be the pick when it comes to the Raiders. It just says almost said Oakland, because it's like when I think of the Chargers, I say San Diego, but I know they're in LA, and then the Raiders are in Las Vegas now. It's hard to remember
from time to time. But here comes the commissioners up at the stage, so let's see what the Raiders pick.
Did it come in yet?
Yeah, it's in.
Ashton Genty is a Raider.
It's Ashton Genty, Boise State running back. He is a Raider, and that's because there was a lot of talk leading up into the draft these past couple of days that Genty could possibly have been the pick at number 5 for the Jaguars.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't have pulled off that trade with the Cleveland Browns, then Genty might have been picked number 5 at Jacksonville. But hey, he's going to go out there with Pete Carroll. And as you mentioned, Pete Carroll thrived when he had a solid running game with the Seattle Seahawks behind, back then with Russell Wilson, right, and the Legion of Doom. But, man, Legion of Boom, excuse me. But, yeah, this is a pretty fantastic pick. And it was always a long shot that he was going to make it to 12. You know what I mean? He would make it to Dallas.
Yeah. It was kind of like one of those pipe dreams. You're like, it just sounds perfect to be in Dallas. That he's similar size to like an Emmitt Smith, and you get that running back, low center of gravity, can offer in the receiving game as well. Like, that'd been nice.
He's going to be a menace.
Yeah.
When it comes to catching out of the backfield. This is about as good of a pick for the Raiders as you could possibly imagine. I think he's going to do wonders in the NFL. I think he's going to be great no matter what team might have picked him, right? But it's Genty, it's him. And now the Jets are on the clock with pick number 7.
I'm trying to think, what would the Jets – because I had my heart set they were going to go with Mason Graham, but now he's going to the Browns right now. So I'm trying to figure out what they're going to go with that.
So let's look at – I'm on ESPN.com right now, of course, and Jets are on the clock. Well, they have their best available players right now, right?
Yeah.
So, Jalen Walker's still on the board. You got Tyler Warren, Colston Loveland. You got the tackle, Armin Membu from Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've seen him mocked to the Jets, and quite a lot of mocks, to be quite frank. So maybe that's the choice. Will Johnson, Jahdae Barron, all the studs are still available. Tedoroa McMillan is listed right now as the 8th best available according to ESPN.
Yeah, fingers crossed that no team. Let's let let's
This might be breaking the Cowboys' way, man.
yeah.
This might be breaking the Cowboys' way. Hey, did you just say that Ashton Genty reminded you of Emmitt Smith?
No, I said the similar size, but
Hey, well, Mel Kiper's on the damn screen right now, and he literally said NFL comparison Emmitt Smith.
that's pushing it a little bit. Mel's just saying. let the young man cook. That's all I can say.
NFL comp Emmitt Smith that they run. They have similar styles.
Yeah.
So hey, man, ball, bro. You said it.
I know a little bit. I guess that.
Oh, dude. But yeah, let's see. Jets are on the clock, man. Jets are on the clock.
I think the Jets are going to be the one that is taken into the last minute.
They probably will. It's always fun to watch the draft and kind of comment on just what we see, right? I like to see what these guys are wearing, the swag that they the draft. I saw that Ashton Genty right now. He's wearing some sort of Crocs. He's wearing Crocs right now with this, which is pretty baller. I like that. It's different.
Yeah. I rock Crocs, so I can't even.
I can't hate.
Nah.
Crocs are in.
Yeah, they're comfy. I'm not gonna lie. I be wearing them and going to the store and stuff. Just be chilling in them.
Easy. I teach high school, so I see kids. They wear Crocs to school all the time. All the time. That's the style nowadays. It's Crocs. It's just
some those Hey Dudes.
Yeah, Hey Dudes are very popular. There we go. Ashton Genty out of Lone Star High School, Frisco, Texas.
It was just that's the main reason you like he's a Frisco kid.
Yeah.
And he'd be back in Dallas.
I know.
That'd have been perfect.
Yeah, man. And it seemed like it could have been a reality at one point early on in the draft process, but as the draft process just kept on going and he just kept climbing and climbing and climbing, and teams just kept seeing how much of a dynamic guy he could possibly be. And man, look, I think he's gonna have. I think it's hard to predict what type of career he's gonna have, but the way I see it, I think he's gonna be a really, really good running back in this league, and I hope he has some longevity because he could have a Saquon Barkley type of impact, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely could see that for sure. So we got our. Oh, my bad. We got our other special guest, host of Buster_Texas on Twitch, Damarious Edwards. How's it going, Damarious?
What's going on, man? I've been watching it alone, bro. It's been kind of wild. We had a trade early, so
yeah, exactly. That got things popping off real quick.
Yeah,
I was not expecting that Jaguars jump up like that. But the Browns, we talked about it before you got here, Damarious, but the Browns really needed to kind of recoup some of those picks that they lost from the Deshaun Watson debacle. So when you think about the Browns' point of view, you are giving up a potential generational player, a two-way stud in Travis Hunter, but long term, they need dudes. They need more than one guy.
And Myles Garrett, yeah, they need more than just Myles.
Facts. So I honestly kind of like the trade for the Browns, especially with what they were able to bring back.
You get those future picks for next year too, so that's a big plus too.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, as a Cowboys fan, when I seen Jacksonville choose Travis Hunter, I was like, because I feel like Travis Hunter and Malik Neighbors would have been insane, but they still, you know what I'm saying? They would have been insane. So I wasn't ready for that. So I'm glad that he went somewhere, where we really don't have to worry about him like that.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that offense with Neighbors and Hunter.
No. And then what if they had to trade it back, back into the first round to get a quarterback, which they already said might be the thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
facts, man. Yeah, that would have been a pretty enticing combo. One that the Cowboys, that's not a good thing to deal with. Yeah, so luckily he's in the AFC. The Texans will have to deal with him twice a year. So good for them. Good luck to them to deal with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jags, man. You look at the Jags, right, with Brian Thomas. I mean, that's him and Travis. That's pretty. That's pretty scary as well. That's
It is. It's scary for some AFC teams, man. If Trevor Lawrence, I still feel like Trevor Lawrence needs to take one more step.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
yeah, that's good.
New head coach Liam Cohen.
I can't get past the way he said Duval. He was like Duval.
Y'all see this Jets pick?
Oh, they get Mimbo.
Yeah, Mimbo. Yeah,
Mimbo.
They did. Just with
Tyron Smith leaving like that, I mean, it was definitely a position to need. And he's strong. He is strong.
See, I didn't really watch too much.
Good, Sean. What's up?
He is strong in the trenches, bro.
But it makes sense considering the fact that they need help on that offensive line. They've been needing help on that offensive line.
Yeah.
And all the mocks pretty much were right about this one. Because I saw tons of mocks with him going to the Jets at 7. So, things are looking kind of good right now for the Cowboys. There's still a lot on.
There's still a lot of talent, yeah.
So they're making.
What are you feeling at 12, Damarious? What is your ideal situation for the Cowboys? What would you want them to pick, or who would you want them to pick?
At 12,
yeah,
I want Ted to get there. Just because I'm greedy. I want Ted to get there because I feel like Dak sometimes if it's an accuracy issue, Ted can adjust. He has great, you know what I'm saying. He has great hops. He has great hands. I want Ted if I'm being stingy. You know what I'm saying. But if we take I honestly feel like what I feel like Dallas is going to do. I feel like Dallas is going offensive line. I just, for some reason in my mind, I feel like offensive line. I feel like trenches, and it may be shoddy because Marty Ball, we like that he liked to run the ball. You know what I mean? He liked to really that was his game. But like, I feel like there's some good day 2 backs. Like you got Dylan Sampson from Tennessee. You got a lot of day 2 backs that can carry the load for you. But I feel like Jerry and them gonna go offensive line.
Ooh, man, that'd be pretty interesting. Aaron, I guess I'll ask you the same question, man. Are you on this offensive line gut feeling like Damarious? Because today it was pretty hot. Earlier, all the reporters were out there talking.
Yeah.
There's word that offensive line could be the move. Are you in that same boat?
Yeah, I'm honestly in that boat. I just did a mock draft video about Tyler Booker being the pick. I wanted to be like how y'all want. I want Ted McMillan to be the pick. I
want it, bro. I want it. And now that we got past the Raiders, I feel like he might slide.
Yeah, because I always imagine him in the huddle, like you remember that old school huddle back in 1992, that Dallas Cowboy team of like all the greats and stuff. I just imagine McMillan on the other side of that huddle and imagine CeeDee Lamb there. That'd be a match making heaven. Then in the second round, get a Quinshon Judkins or DJ Giddens in the backfield.
Yeah, DJ Giddens is good as well.
I'd rather get our weapons in the first 2 rounds, but I think that's what all the fans want. We want to get the weapons. There's team trenches out there, but honestly, still see this team going with getting that offensive line so you could solidify that offensive line. If we do it, we don't have to worry about it for the next few years because we got a solid offensive line. I think Tyler Guyton's gonna do better this year than last year. He's a guy that just barely got started playing offensive lineman, so I can't fault him for
that. Did you see that report by Jane Slater or her tweet yesterday, pretty much alluding to the fact that the Cowboys might be worried about leadership amongst the offensive line now that Zach Martin's retired? They're kind of worried about, well, we don't really have a true leader right now. That's according to what she heard. You know what I mean? That's what she tweeted out there, Jane Slater, of course. And I generally like what Jane Slater puts out there. I think she's pretty solid. But I think it's Tyler who's now the leader.
Yeah, he's that guy now. Tyler Smith has to be that guy.
He is the guy. He was the first round pick a couple of years back. He's the guy now. He's
Pro Bowl player now. It's time.
It's time for him. And losing Zach Martin's obviously going to be big in a sense, right? But he wasn't the same guy like he was a couple of years back. And Aaron, conversations. So I can see offensive line being something in play, and a guy that was brought up today. Couple guys, right? You have Tyler Booker out of Alabama, and then you also got Gray Zabel
I
out
heard
of
about that one.
North Dakota State. His name popped up this morning, and I'm not gonna lie, it was the first time I heard the Cowboys being linked to this particular name.
Yeah.
6'6", 312, offensive guard, regarded as the number one offensive guard in the draft. So look, the Cowboys could throw a curveball at us, and I guess I should say, just don't be surprised, right, if they do decide to shore up those trenches on the offensive front.
And
Yeah.
the thing about the Cowboys pick is, I mean, we had a lot of injuries last year and everything like that. Like, but we can use help in a lot of positions. Like, we can use help at running back. We can use help at receiver. We can use help on the offensive line. We can use help at linebacker. We can, corner. Like, we really need, help everywhere. I personally feel like so. Like, it's not any of those positions wouldn't be a horrible pick. You just have to. I feel like, with injuries, you got people coming back. Pick the best player available, and hopefully that's Ted McMillan.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Just say it.
I'm in the Tet boat as well. Like I'm Team Tet. I want it to happen. I've been talking myself into it that it is going to happen. It's going to fall the Cowboys' way. So hey, I'm with you, man. I am Team Tet. I'm hoping this goes down, and so far, so good. So far, so good.
Have y'all got the Panthers?
But will
pick yet?
Jerry do it though? That's the question.
That is a great question. Would Jerry do it? And also, you got to think about this as well, because they just traded a 4th-round pick for Jonathan Mingo last year, right?
Yeah.
Mingo and Tet, pretty much similar style receivers. So I know the Carolina Panthers pick is coming in. Let me hold my thought on this.
That hurt. That hurt, boy. That
Oh,
yeah, that hurt. That hurt, boy. That hurt.
Yeah.
Oh,
That hurt. That
Yeah,
hurt.
I had to be quiet on this. I heard about it like a minute ago. That's why I took a sip of my drink right now.
you're just letting me cook. You're
You
like,
just by saying you just letting us talk and stuff, bro.
let them cook. Let them cook. Let them get their points across. Look at you over there, Adam Schefter.
I had some good
Bruh.
points. I don't want to ruin it.
This surprises me because the Xavier Legette pick last year.
Yeah.
Like, and they threw a first rounder at it last year. I think what was Legette a second? I can't remember.
I think he was a late. No, he's a late first.
He was a late first, I think. Yeah. Look at this man, the catch radius. Look at this man.
God, he would have helped out so much.
Man,
It wouldn't have been a Batman Robin situation. You would have had two Batman.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I truly feel this guy is going to be a potential All-Pro wide receiver right here. Like,
yeah,
no cap. I'm just being dead ass serious. 6'4". I mean, look, the red zone would have been scary with him and CD.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Now that Genty's gone, Ted's gone, who's your next best player available that's still available?
Ooh,
like out of all positions.
Man, that's a good one. Because it depends on where you want to go now, right? Like you said earlier, the Cowboys have a bevy of absolute needs. I mean, do you go? Is there a possibility they're looking at these linebackers or maybe an edge player, those guys from Georgia, Williams and of course Walker? They're both still on the board. Is there a possibility to say, well, you know what? Let's go defense here. I don't know, man. I mean,
I'm not heavy. I'm not heavy on Michael Williams.
Okay.
I'm not heavy. I'm not heavy on I feel like he's okay. Me personally, in my stack, and for when I watched, I was like second round, man. But they say he's a good run defender, but I really just didn't see much of that. But I'm worried. I'm worried personally that it's either going to be Michael Williams or offensive line. But Will Johnson, be on the lookout for Will Johnson too. The only problem I have with Will Johnson is Will Johnson did not run. He didn't you buy in and you don't have the full details when it comes to Will Johnson. So
yeah, when it comes to his his tape from last year, it was really good. This year is kind of been on the iffy because of the injuries with the hamstring and everything.
Yeah.
You don't want to kind of go on a we're in the 12th overall pick. We don't want to get a guy that has like the injury bug. You kind of want the guy like, okay, he's a certified guy. Day one, you're not worried at all. He has that injury history.
Yeah, I don't want a project. I don't want a project at 12.
Like, what do y'all think about Jade Barron? I know he doesn't fit the Cowboys mold of he doesn't have the long arms, but
The length, yeah.
But we watched him at Texas. Yeah. He's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
He had no problems with having the shorter arms, and they're not like T-Rex arms. They're just a little shorter than average.
Yeah, Cowboys likes length.
If that's the pick, I'm not mad at it. I'll just say that. If it's Jade, I'm not mad at it. I think he's defense.
Exactly. He's versatile. He can play multiple positions back there. He can play corner. He's played some safety. Man, I wouldn't be mad at Jade either. I wouldn't really be mad at Jade either. Let's see what the Saints do.
Yeah, Saints. Okay, so another.
It's going by quick.
Oh wow!
I know.
They're showing the man.
Yeah, I know we're talking about Cowboys, of course, and we're Cowboy centric here. But I mean, Shador's kind of dropping here. I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to be interested in Shador. I don't think that's even a possibility. But I'm just talking about how Shador Sanders could possibly fall late into the first, or we'll see right here. I don't know. I haven't seen the Saints pick. I'm not looking at Twitter. I'm trying to stay away from spoilers. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I messed up. Got on Twitter when the Travis Hunter pick came in, so I'm just gonna. I'm throw the phone over there.
Hey, he was letting us cook. I had my take all fired up. Here we go. And
you were ready, bro.
Man, y'all had me hyping out like, dang. I turned around for 1 second. I see the pick. I was like, oh no.
That's all good, man.
Oh, that QB. If you look, are you looking at where you seeing that QB's on the roster? It doesn't really look too well. It doesn't look too good.
What are you watching right now, Damarious? Are you on ESPN? What do you want?
I'm on NFL. I'm on NFL Plus.
Okay. See, I'm trying to. I have it on the ESPN feed, so I'm watching.
Look at Kellen Moore, man. Look at Kellen Moore in the war room, man. Kellen, man. Kellen done gained some weight too, huh?
Yeah, he's up in New Orleans eating them them
beignets, man.
Beignets and that gumbo, that etouffee.
You start eating a little bit better, especially in New Orleans. You got that get money gut right now.
Yeah. He got that fresh, brand new contract.
Man, did he got the fresh cut yet, or he still kind of got the little?
He still got the Home Alone. He still got the little the Kevin from Home Alone.
Here we go, Saints.
It's not that. I mean, I expected a quarterback.
Okay. Kelvin Banks Jr. off the board. Saints.
That's another Texas guy. His junior film was better than his senior film. I mean,
yeah, senior year he did have that injury.
Yeah,
I felt like that kind of limited some of his play to an extent, but despite that, I mean, he's still a monster. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. I think his junior year was definitely a little bit better, all things considered.
They did need offensive line, so that's not a bad pick.
We got Bears, we got 49ers, and then Cowboys. Okay.
I feel like the Bears are scrambling because they really like Genty. So I feel like the Bears might be scrambling right now.
Yeah. I thought that they're like, dang, that's our Ben Johnson special.
That was our guy. Yeah, that was our guy.
Yeah.
We gonna see. Yeah, no light, just crazy.
Hey, Aaron, whenever you can you send me the link to this? I got some people that want to check it out.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you can send it to Facebook or something. Oh man, here we go. Interesting. This is going to be interesting. I don't know. Looking at who's still available here.
There's some good players available.
I'm on ESPN.com, right? So they have their rankings, of course. Jalen Walker, Tyler Warren, Colston Loveland, Will Johnson, Jade Barron. Those are the top 5 still available, according to ESPN.
I'm just praying no Michael Williams. I'm sorry I'm not on the Michael Williams train, But
What do y'all think about the possibility of the Cowboys deciding to go Tyler Warren as a playmaking tight end? Almost getting their
That'd be a wild card pick.
version of a Travis Kelce. Or a George Kittle, some kind of dynamic tight end. Are you there? Would you be about it?
I'll be about it, but CD needs something. To be honest, CD needs something. Like, we can't be one dimensional. Because if we just being honest, when people play us, nobody's afraid of the run. Nobody's afraid to run, and they're like, when you stop CD, you pretty much stop the flow of the offense. So, I mean, if we can get somebody else that's dynamic, that can take a little bit of pressure off of CD, then we'll be okay. But don't forget though, Amarian Hampton is still on the board, and he was mocked to us for months.
That's true.
So,
oh yeah, because Mel Kiper had him for for a good month. Like all his mock drafts said Amarian Hampton on there
at 12.
For the longest, everybody was putting him as a second round pick, but he jumped the board from early second to now you're looking at the mid or probably early first round right now. So,
is there a possibility that we see Dallas work a trade back? A couple of picks. I mean, I'm just saying, that you got to think about all possibilities here, and a guy like Hampton, would that be worth taking him at 12, or do you maybe fall back?
I'd rather take Hampton at 20.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're saying around 20 is when Hampton would be a good pick.
In the late teens, early 20s, I would take Hampton. If we trade back,
yeah.
And let's say we get like 18, 19, 20 around that range, Hampton, I would be okay with Hampton. That's when I would be okay with like Will Johnson as well. You know what I'm saying? But there's two linemen that I would be okay with here at 12. And the reason I say this is because I don't know, it's just my gut. Until we don't pick a lineman, I'm nervous about it.
Yeah.
Josh Simmons and Tyler Booker.
I think we're all kind of have to a degree, Cowboys fans might have some lineman fatigue based on, the past couple of drafts. But I mean, at this point, if they do stay at 12, you just got to take best available, I feel. Or you have to consider maybe still adding to the offensive payload and maybe bringing in the other receiver that's been bantied about, Matthew Golden. Possibility. We've talked about that before. So, man, we'll see. But the Bears pick is apparently in.
Let's see what they get.
I won't be surprised here, man. I mean, I'm not going to say who I think it is, but.
Shout out Mongo, Steven. It's a Longhorn legend right there.
Sure.
Maybe is this plugged in?
I'm all nervous for this pick, like we're about to select right now.
Too.
Yeah, we're still talking.
Yeah, man. It's just when these picks come in, man.
Oh.
Don't tell us. Don't say
no. I'm not.
Aaron already knows. You're like 2 minutes ahead.
I thought we were just a few seconds there, but now we're over here. Hey, shout out to all the people.
He's still reading his card. Here it is for me.
All right. Y'all guys could spoil it because Commissioner Goodell.
Well, I guess not. Commissioner, he's tripping.
Oh, yeah, he has a long speech, and then he eventually says it.
All right, here we go. Now he's about to talk.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
I wasn't expecting that one.
No.
Colston.
Michigan hyped up this year, ain't they?
Yeah.
Man, he's
over. But my thing is over Tyler Warren.
Exactly. That's where I'm kind of like, okay.
Wow. Like you watch I get close to loving was their main thing on their offense, but Tyler Warren is I feel like he's tight end one.
I honestly thought that too. Based on everything you see, everything that's been, just all the reports, everything, right? Tyler Warren's almost a can't miss at tight end.
And they took Loveland.
It's interesting. So, all right. 49ers are now on the board, and then Dallas.
That's the one we got to worry about is the 49ers. They'll do something.
That's what I'm saying. 49. I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers traded this pick.
Damn, someone. Okay, yeah. Maybe Dallas wants someone right here. Someone jumps San Francisco for it, right? It's Dallas to get to San Francisco's spot. So, look, we're 2 picks out. The Cowboys, there's obviously some options here. What's our gut feeling? What's the gut feeling right now? What's going to happen at 12?
If it depends on what San Francisco does, I feel like it's either Matthew Golden, offensive lineman, I wouldn't be surprised, or Michael Williams.
Okay.
So
what about?
I might be completely wrong about Michael Williams, but I don't see it. I don't want to take a. I want a playmaker. I mean, at 12, I feel like at 12 you got to get a playmaker, and I don't feel like offensive line I'd be okay because that's protecting Dak, and he's been injury. You know what I'm saying? He's been injury guy for the last couple of years. So
when you bring in a guy like Michael, I mean. You got to replace D-Law on the opposite side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I'm screaming Michael, bro. That's why I'm screaming like it might be Michael.
Plug and play starter, in my opinion. If they decide to go that route, they are going to need help on that front, and it will help out Micah. Of course, you add another weapon to kind of take the pressure off of Micah a little bit and make him even more of a force, right? So,
but what do you think about like Mike Green? If you know Mike Green from Marshall, what do you think about Mike Green?
That'd be an ultimate pass rusher right there on this team.
You know what I mean? Like something like that. Edge with that can bend with speed.
And he got a lot of bend. Like that dude's crazy with his bend, man. I'm not mad at it. Let me put it that way. Mike Green, I'm not mad at it because I liked him. I liked what I saw out of him at the Senior Bowl and all that stuff, and I think it'd be good. I think that'd be.
What do you think? I gotta ask this question. What do you think about Ibuka?
That's why I've been wanting Ibuka. He fits
Ibuka
right.
is pro ready. He has great catch radius. He can run routes.
Mm-hmm.
He's a blocker. He's even lined up in the backfield. He does a lot. I feel like he would be like a Deebo Samuel to us.
He's a savvy route runner.
Ibuka is like all around complete guy, pro ready guy. Matthew Golden speed guy.
Yeah. I think for me right now, I'm probably putting in the card that says Matthew Golden, University of Texas. I just feel, and I've talked about this before in my own show. The Cowboys need explosivity. The Cowboys need someone opposite of CD who is able to take the top off of an offense. And Golden, despite limited productivity throughout his career, because if you look at his career numbers, they're not as gaudy as some of the other receivers that we have out there. But the tape don't lie. This dude gets open. This dude is perennially open. He's running away from DBs all the time, and he also has a pretty decent catch radius for being a 5'11" receiver. So look, I just want a weapon, and if I'm picking right now, I think I'm turning in the card that says Matthew Golden.
Yeah, I like that take.
You know who's on the staff that may love Matthew Golden? That might be Jerry Jones, because you remember when they did that interview with Matthew Golden, he called it a Jerry Jones coach. He's like, I don't like.
And he's a Texas guy. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Golden, he's from Texas. You know what I mean? So
Texas guy, and then also another thing about Brian Schottenheimer, right? Whenever Schotty was the offensive coordinator with Seattle, Seattle they thrived. His offense thrived with smaller wide receivers. Look at all the smaller wide receivers they had in Seattle at the time when Schottenheimer was there. So I can see him working pretty well with what Shoddy might want to do in terms of the passing game. So, hey, look, I have I wanted Tet. I'm not gonna lie, I will not front. I wanted Tet, but now we're past that.
Yeah.
Well, I still want a weapon for this offense, so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now with.
But let's just hope Jerry doesn't pull a Jerry and get us somebody from Middle Sacramento State Technical College or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about Jackson? What's his name was Slater or something like that?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
we got my guy.
The pick is in for San Francisco.
Let's get to this. Let's see what San Fran.
I mean, they they doing the commercial, but Golden's sitting there. They showing Golden, man.
Ooh.
Man, I could see San Francisco doing something like that, and
even with Ricky Pearsall from last year.
Yeah, I can still. They lost Debo. That could be a possibility.
They did lose Debo. I forgot that.
My boy Aiden Ducker's in here on a YouTube comment. He says, "Trade down for Golden if you want him."
He's right there. We just need San Francisco to make the right pick, and he's right there.
I like Barron personally for the Cowboys, Jahdae Barron.
Yeah,
so that's been weighing in on the YouTube stream. We appreciate you watching out there. If you're watching,
appreciate you.
Drop a comment. Yeah.
I appreciate everybody coming through. If you keep the comments going, we'll make sure to answer. It may take us a little bit,
especially after the Cowboys pick. Everybody's going to be reacting to this one.
Yeah.
All right, Niners.
Come on, Niners.
Let's see what's happening here.
They letting the guy from the military talk.
Aaron already knows the pick.
No, I don't even know the pick. They got flags and everything going. They're building it up like it's a big time movie right now.
Oh man. Yeah, they're doing a shout out to the military.
Man, we gonna see, bro.
Let's see.
Don't do this to us, San Francisco. Please don't do this to us, bro.
I'm not even gonna look at it.
I know. I want to look at Twitter right now, but I'm trying to.
Do not do it, James.
I'm not.
Don't do it. I threw my phone way over there because I know what the phone gonna do.
Let's see.
I know the pick.
Let's see. Commission's about to talk.
It's a guy y'all brought up.
Oh no. You brought a lot of guys recently.
Yeah. We talked about a lot of people.
Our TV's earlier than theirs. That's
Yes.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
Thank you, San Francisco. Thank you.
Thank you.
They threw us a bone.
We're on
San Francisco.
And watch. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
Come on now.
Do the right thing, Jerry. Do the right thing.
He right there, man. We got a 4-2-9 guy. We got a 4-2 guy right here, Jerry.
Oh man. Look, I'm scared though. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie. The curveball could be coming right now from Jerry Jones.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm feeling like. Okay, so what would be considered a curveball for you right now?
And I mean, to me, I've wanted a playmaker from the start. So a curveball for me would be another offensive lineman. But then again, I'm listening to y'all's guys' opinions on that and y'all's takes on that. I can eventually be talked into it being a lineman, but I think I want just a playmaker. I want someone to help.
You stingy. Like me. You stingy with it.
I'm trying to get this offense as potent as possible, especially what we saw last year.
Yeah, we need once they shut down CD, bro. It's hey, what's the other one? What's the other guy? Georgia guy? Is he a Georgia guy? Javon Walker, I think it is.
Oh, Jalen Walker.
Jalen Walker, yeah.
That's another explosive guy.
Yeah, that guy Aiden says.
Ooh, look at it. Look at now. That's impressive though. The little pieces of the puzzle that they putting up for.
That's true.
That's impressive.
Jerry's on the phone. Where I'm at.
He gave.
Oh my God, he's on the phone. What?
He's on the phone.
He's on the phone. Who called us? Somebody picked up and called us.
It said the pick is in. I don't know if it's a trade yet, but
I just turned my phone over. I just turned my phone.
They are celebrating. They are celebrating in the war room right now.
Cowboys are celebrating in the war room. That's a good sign.
What do we have right here?
Give me
What
Matthew
do we
Golden.
have right here? Give me Matthew Golden. That's what I'm saying. Like, give me Matthew Golden. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Hampton either, though.
I know the pick.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
You don't hate it?
I don't hate it.
Okay.
It must be Tyler Booker because he said that he used the same language earlier.
You don't
He
hate
used the same action. He used the same language. I'm reading it, boy. I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan. I read between the lines. That's Tyler Booker, man.
I'm not gonna lie, a little bit nervous. I have not.
I'm okay with this. If it's Tyler Booker, I'm okay.
Let's see. I'm about
Tyler Booker. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
You didn't get it yet?
Is it him?
Yeah.
Okay, they went guard. All right.
Strong. Watch the film on this guy.
They went guard. No,
Watch
I mean,
the film on this guy.
I've seen what he was able to do at Alabama for sure. Okay. Hey, look, let's take a step back here for me. It wasn't Golden. They didn't go wide receiver. Obviously, I think if Tet was there, they probably would have went Tet.
Yeah.
So maybe they didn't like Matthew Golden as much as others, right? Especially us. But hey, if it's Tyler Booker, he's a guard from Bama. Look, you got to replace Zach Martin. You got to solidify that line. You got to protect Dak. And like you mentioned earlier, Damarious, shoddy ball, Marty ball, right?
He wants to, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Offensive line. It starts in the trenches. He's been saying that for like the last couple weeks.
And in order to get that going now, you look at what pick 44 might be, right? Second round or pick or their third round pick in the 70s. I think, yeah, I mean, you got to try to address running back at some point later on. So, yeah, okay, look, I'm not upset. I am not upset. I'm just a little bit, like I said, offensive line fatigue. I think I was there, but hey, let's get a dog in the trenches and let's have him grow alongside all the other young pups that we got on that line. So let's roll.
Yeah, exactly, man. We got BB. BB's super strong, man. He's dirt guy. We have Tyler Guyton, who hopefully he makes a step. And now we got Tyler Smith, who's a Pro Bowl player. And now you replace your right guard with a first round pick. Really, if we play this out right, I feel like Terrence Steele might be your weak spot. If we just being honest.
Yeah, he hasn't been the same guy he was like a couple of years ago after the ACL injury. He's seen improvement in the second half of the season, but he's going to have to step his game up, like you said. He looks like he could be the weak spot of this offensive line, but compared to some other teams, there's a lot of teams that got a lot worse than Terrence.
Look at the draft party. The draft party won a receiver. Look at it, bro.
It's
dead, bro. It does not look good. Have they announced it? If they acting like that, have they announced it yet?
The draft party doesn't look too pleased or what?
I mean, they were just kind of like the cheerleaders on there trying to get them hype, and they would kind of standing there.
They're like, we don't want fringes. So what would y'all grade the Tyler Booker pick from A, B, C, D, and F? What would y'all got it?
Solid B.
I'll go B.
He want to go C.
Look, I'm kind of a little bit disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm disappointed that they didn't take Matthew Golden. I'll go B. To be fair, I'll go B, and I'm gonna try to be as optimistic as possible about the pick. So that's where I'm at right now.
You see how they did it again. Like if you look at that graphic, I don't know if you've seen that graphic they just showed. We had Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, and Zach Martin in like 2011, 13, and 14 first round picks, and they kind of have tried to create the same thing again with Guyton, Tyler Smith, Guyton, and now Tyler Booker. We got too many Tylers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're all on the line.
Yeah, we got.
Damn, we got
three Tylers on the line.
Dang.
We got 3 Tylers. That is.
Yeah.
I just barely realized that until you brought that up. Wow.
We love Tyler in Dallas apparently. We got my cousin in the comments. Commander fan.
And sorry, go ahead, Aaron. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, my bad. My cousin been commenting there. He's a Commander fan. Yeah. Y'all had a great season. He gave our grade a C+. Okay.
So,
yeah.
I wish they would have showed. They didn't show any Tyler. They didn't show any Tyler Booker. If you really think about that, look at that. They didn't show any. You know how they show film on the picks? They didn't show any Tyler Booker.
Yeah, I didn't.
Look
I
at
didn't see none.
his accolades, right? Tyler Booker's accolades. Okay. First round pick 12 of the Cowboys. It's official. Tyler Booker, guard from Alabama. 2022 freshman all SEC team.
Mm-hmm.
23 second team all SEC. And then 2024 second team AP All American. And then, of course, 2024 first team all SEC. So, I mean, look, the SEC, right? We talk about the SEC plenty. Best of the best, regarded as that, right?
He's been going against dudes his whole career.
I mean, he's first to get first team all SEC. That speaks volumes on the type of player that he was for Alabama. So you look at it like that, man. You add him to this line. You let those young dogs start to cook and gel together, and it's truly a new era now that Zach Martin's gone. Yeah, going forward, man, they're trying, like you said, Damarious, they're trying to recapture what they had in those mid 2010s when you had the Fredericks and company. So
Mm-hmm.
I can
They're
get
trying to recreate that.
I can get behind this. I just need another running. I need a running back to join him in the backfield, though.
Yeah, we need to
I
run
have
back
a
on
question,
Friday.
y'all. I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, do you feel like, Jerry recently these last couple of days has been talking about there could be a couple trades on the board. So, do you feel like we're going to get Will and Deal Jerry and we popping back in late first, or you feel like we're going to get a regular Dallas Cowboy front office and we're done for the night?
I think the Cowboys are done for tonight. I think they're done for tonight. I don't think they're going to hop back in the first, just based off recent Jerry Jones, moves. Although I'll give them credit, they were a lot more aggressive this offseason than they have been in a while, and they did bring in my opinion, a lot of quality depth that this team did not have last year. So recent Jerry Jones has been, a little bit more wheeling and dealing, but I think tonight, I think they're done. I don't think they're going to do anything else. I think they're going to see what happens, how the board shakes out, and go to work for pick 44 tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't see them doing anything either. I think they're gonna pop open that 7-Eleven wine that Jerry loves and just call it a night and just be ready for that second.
You ready for
second
44
throw.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you feel like if we didn't pick anybody? We didn't pick it, you know what I'm saying? We didn't trade back in. But what if there was a trade for a player? What if there was a trade? What if there was a trade for a player? Like, what would you give for a Jameson Williams from Detroit?
Oh man, okay. So one of my buddies actually was commenting earlier to me that he said Jameson Williams, and I looked at him and I was just kind of like, huh. I was like, is that something that's being talked about? Because you're the second person or the second person today that's brought that up to me is Jameson Williams.
It's been talked about. Actually, there's a couple more players that's also been talked about.
So, look, has he had the type of career that they thought he would have? No, there's been some things that have happened, right? I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't know if I want to give high capital to get him.
I got a question.
I don't want to give too high.
Okay, I got questions.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to try to give answers.
Okay, we talked about Jameson Williams. What about George Pickens?
Ooh. Oh, man. I like George Pickens. I don't know if I like him that much to be on the Cowboys. A little bit of a wild card to me. A little bit of a wild card.
And these are just people that I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing. But what about Trevor Etienne from Jacksonville?
Okay.
Like the running back.
I'd be interested in maybe a day 3 pick for him.
I'd be interested in that. I think there's still a little bit of juice there. You know what I mean?
Would you give a third? Would you give a third or a fourth for Jameson Williams? Would you throw another fourth? You wouldn't have a fourth. But would you give a third in one of those fifths?
It would have to be a third or a fifth. If I could get away with a fifth, I would, of course, right? But I think it'd probably take a little bit more than a fifth to grab him from Detroit. Man, I don't know, man. It depends what happens with pick 44. Because if you don't – because you can use that third-round pick to get a running back still. So it all depends what happens with pick 44. But I don't know, man. I think a third – it might be a little bit rich for me to give up for Williams. What about you, Aaron? What are your thoughts?
I would, when it comes to like ETN, if I can get it for a fifth, I would do that. Or if there's a possibility we can get James Williams for a fifth, I'd be down. I just don't want to get rid of that third. Like there's a third round running back I would look at would be like DJ Giddens because he got that connection with our
That's
offensive
Kansas,
line.
right?
Yeah, from with Connor Riley. I think he would be pushing for him to be the running back for this Dallas Cowboy team with that 76 overall pick.
When you had me on your show a few weeks back, Aaron, you were very high on Giddens. That was one of the guys that you had in one of your mock drafts, and I remember you speaking very highly of him. So it just depends, man. I mean, Jameson would be a nice addition to the Cowboys, like hypothetically, but man, I don't know if I want to give up that third. I don't know. That's a tough one for me. It just depends how round 2 shakes out.
So tomorrow we have 2 picks. We have 44 and we got 76. Now that you have an offensive lineman, you have the replacement supposedly for Zach Martin. This round 2 and 3. What do you feel like there's positions that we have to get tomorrow?
I mean, go ahead, Aaron. You go first.
I know mine would be wide receiver, running back, or possibly look at a corner because you need that nickel or play as that versatility play inside or outside because you lost Jordan Lewis and then Trayvon Diggs has been dealt with the injury. You don't know if he's going to be the same guy, so that's something to look at when it comes to maybe that second or third round. But you got to get a running back or wide receiver in day 2.
I'm with you on that. I think for me, I want running back. Like I want them to draft a young running back, fresh legs to join the guys that they already have. That would be my if they walk away with the running back tomorrow in either round 2 or round 3, I think I'm going to be pretty happy about that. I'm also fine with corner. Of course, we don't know what's going to happen, right? With the depth of corner, Diggs, we'll see when he does eventually come back. But then again, right? They just had why am I blanking right now? But he was in the building yesterday.
Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, they just had Stephon.
Yeah,
just randomly in the building, as Stephen Jones was trying to say. Well, he was just here.
Was he visiting or something? What's going on?
He so happened to walk in front of all the Cowboys reporters as they were having their draft press conference. Coincidence, right? Just
right in front of the camera, so they can take pictures of him and all that kind of good stuff.
But I think corner would also be something if the Cowboys can find someone there in that second or maybe third. I think I'd pretty satisfied with that. Also, I do think we need depth at that position.
I agree. Even if we did bring back Gilly, I hope we do. But you still could draft a corner maybe in like early day 3, or if you want to use your third round pick just to have depth, just because.
I mean, I wouldn't put all my eggs in the basket for Diggs to be, Diggs this season, man. I mean, like, the rehab, he has to rehab back from a major injury. And corner's a tough position to play. It's one of the toughest, on the field. So you have to do something at corner. I mean, you got the Bland man, and you got Diggs, I guess you could say, but who's that? I mean, you lost Jordan Lewis, so who's that third guy?
Who's that nickel, right? Who's going to be out there in the trenches, fighting against slot receivers, trying to, do his damn best to cover those tight ends down the seam, etc. Right? That's going to be a tough position to fill. So, and we talked about it before. I've talked about it before that I think the intangibles of Jordan Lewis, the leadership that he brought to that secondary,
he was a dog.
Yeah. It's not talked about often, but he was a very important piece over the term of his Cowboys career. I mean, he was. I know he had some nagging injuries, and I get it. And I know, his play was kind of, fell off just a little bit. But from day one to last season, I mean, he always was just around the ball, and it's going to be hard to replicate that. So
now I'm not even gonna cap. Like Dallas Cowboy fans tried to get rid of Jordan Lewis. We're like, hey, get rid of that guy, and he just kept hanging around and making plays.
Exactly. I want to read a comment on YouTube YouTube. I see a YouTube comment popped up from Andrew. Andrew says, "What up, y'all? Makes sense, but not sexy pick for sure." He's talking about
Exactly.
Booker
Yeah,
number 12. It does make sense. It's not sexy.
yeah.
And I've been scrolling Twitter here, and
Uh-oh.
let's just say,
The worst.
Yeah.
Twitter right now, it's not a good spot to be if you're
No, a Cowboys fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually on the YouTube channel of the official Dallas Cowboy, the draft show. You know what I'm saying? And
What they saying?
the comments over there aren't good as well. People wanted that sexy pick.
Yeah.
People wanted that receiver, man. They wanted Golden.
I'm telling you, I wanted Golden as well, and I feel what everybody's feeling. I understand that. I'm just hoping that they can find somebody in round 2, maybe round 3, because you go into the season. With CD at receiver. Number 2 right now?
I need Jerry, Willen, and Dillon.
And
Yeah.
are we comfortable with CD, Jalen Tolbert?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
And are we still going to try to? And I love Cavante Turpin. I love this guy. Love him on his return.
We've been trying that for a couple years, and we can't get him involved.
Cavante Turpin run go routes and comeback routes at the sticks when he's 5'8", 5'7". And I don't know.
Like
Yeah.
I love getting him the ball in his hands on gadget plays and stuff like that, and mixing him in the offense. I totally feel that, but
he's not wide receiver 2.
I knew it, bro. I knew it was an offensive lineman, bro.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. But we're here, and it's pick number 12, and it's Tyler Booker, guard from Alabama, first team All SEC. First team.
He played dudes. He played against dudes.
This is a dude, and hopefully
he's strong. Like I watched some Tyler Booker film. I need y'all to understand the man he's a man child. He is strong.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch and start kind of dissecting.
He was beating kids up.
Yeah,
he's a mauler. Once he gets his hands on you,
it's over.
Okay, so we're looking.
He was beating kids up, but he's definitely the best guard. He's definitely the best guard. He was putting hands and feet on people. You know what I'm saying? At Alabama. So
I got a Cowboys fan on Twitter saying it's Tolbert season. We're getting hyped off Tolbert season. I mean, I guess
we have issues. We got big issues if we get hype off Tolbert season.
Tolbert season for now, man. For now,
I'm not gonna lie. I was a Tolbert stand for a little bit, but he's wide receiver 3 now.
Yeah. And you were.
I remember Alabama.
Yep.
You want him to succeed. I mean, you want a little small school guy. You want him to succeed. You want those guys to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You want to see it happen. And this was a few years back, right, Aaron? We did a draft show, and I remember you talked Tolbert and you brought him up, and the Cowboys ended up drafting him. You've been on Tolbert. I know that's one of your dudes. And look, if he does step up and produce them, so be it.
Can I say this on your show? The owner for the Falcons looked like a vampire.
Oh yeah, you can say this a PG-13 shot.
Are we talking
bro? He just sitting there looking like a vampire, bro. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, who is that guy? He look like the undead.
Yeah, looking like he's about to start counting to 10.
No, for real.
I'm not gonna lie. When you said vampire, I just thought of Count from the Sesame Street.
No, Count Chocula or something, bro. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro.
So what has happened since the Cowboys made their pick? All right.
Tyler Warren went to the Colts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Warren to the Colts, and the Dolphins ended up picking Kenneth Grant. Am I right about that?
Kenneth Grant, yeah.
Yeah, he's on there.
So Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle, out of Michigan, goes to the Dolphins. And then tight end from Penn State, Tyler Warren ends up going to the Colts. And right now, the Falcons are on the clock.
The Falcons are on the clock, man.
It's on the clock. Shedeur Sanders is still available.
Penix, I think they got faith in Penix, man. They let Kirk Cousins go, so
I don't think this is a Shedeur Madden spot. So I'm looking at best available right now. I'm on ESPN.com just for context. Jalen Walker, number 1. Will Johnson, number 2. Jahdae Barron, 3. Derek Harmon from Oregon, number 4. James Pierce Jr., edge from Tennessee at number 5. And then Walter Nolan at 6 from Ole Miss.
Okay,
The best available right now here at pick number 15.
I got another question, guys. All right, so we see, the teams at that line the bottom of the screen. Shador. What's the first team you can see Shador? If you look at these teams, what's the first team you can see picking Shador?
Oh man, where are we at? Okay, so I'm trying to think what's happening in.
That's what I got.
Segue. You think so? The Steelers?
I got the
George Sanders to the Pittsburgh Steelers? Question mark?
That could be. I feel like that's probably the most. If he's going in the first round, that's got to be the team he goes to.
Can I
help me out here? Help me out here. Who's the Seattle quarterback right now? I totally.
That's James. That's who I'm thinking, James. Seattle. Seattle is right there. Pittsburgh, like you said.
Pittsburgh's there. Arizona is locked up. There's no way.
Locked, man.
I think Seattle. Why am I blanking on who's Seattle's quarterback?
Is it Sam
because
Darnold?
Exactly.
Oh, okay,
he just got a contract though. He just got paid.
I think they're good there too. Pittsburgh at 21 is the team that's the most obvious right now.
So that means either this right here, because Milroe was a surprise invite to the combine. So, did somebody fall in love with Milroe?
And there's because ending a possible first round selection too.
So my thing is this: like, we're looking at this board right here, like, Shador. We saying Shador to Pittsburgh. Where would Milroe fit in this at the back end of this first round? Would somebody just have to take a flyer? You think, or
probably a flyer pick, or look, you got to talk about him, right? Jackson Dart was a name that's been thrown around a lot as a first round pick. He's still available. Another team that's pretty interesting in terms of needing a quarterback. They're going to need a quarterback eventually. It's going to be the LA Rams.
That's the first one that came to my mind is the Rams because
they need this. Okay. You see the Atlanta selection?
An interesting spot.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick for them.
So, we'll see. But right now, Shador is slowly
sliding
first round for sure. And that's because at one point he was
look at that vampire. Look. Vampire, bro, he right there in the daylight. Boy, they got the lights on and everything. He out here looking like the undead.
I didn't even see them. They don't show them on ABC right now.
Man, they showed the vampire on NFL Network. They just keep the camera on it.
Can't put the lights on him too long, man. He's gonna.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got the lights on everything. They trying to kill him.
He's gonna start melting away. Shit.
I be wondering about. I guess the richer you are, the longer you can live.
When you have that money, yeah. So, am I reading this right? Jalen Walker just went to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. All right. Arizona's on the clock. Okay. All right. Arizona's on the clock. Not really sure what they're
on the phone. They talking to somebody. Everybody kind of smiling.
Jahdae Barron still up there. Will Johnson is still up there. Those are the top two right now. Both play corner. Top two available according to ESPN.com and their rankings.
I don't know what I can't tell you. I don't know what the Cardinals are going to do.
They say the need is wide receiver, guard, and defensive lineman.
Think about this: Marvin Harrison Jr. and Matthew Golden. Or they can go get Ibuka and get his running mate back with him.
That wouldn't be a bad look for him. Give Kyler Murray another weapon on the other side. Because who's their wide receiver too for the Cardinals?
Wow. I know they got Marvin Harrison. Who's the other guy?
Let me pull this up. Now, looking at their depth chart. Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson. They have
That's a Stanford guy, I think.
they have
Solid.
They have Zay Jones. They
So
have
I mean,
our friend from the Cowboys, Simi Fehoko. He's
Oh,
out
that's
there.
where he's at now.
Yeah, he's there in Arizona.
mm,
I wonder what happened there.
But yeah, it's Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, Greg Dortch. Those are their top 3 receivers.
I mean, Golden could be the pick here.
Right as well at tight end.
Who do they have at running back? They still got James Conner.
Yeah, James Conner, Trey Benson.
Oh, they sunk a draft pick. If Trey Benson's in there, they sunk a draft pick in there recently.
I always liked the way the Cardinals had their offense. I mean, I'm a fan of Kyler. I think they're intriguing. Put it that way. They're an intriguing.
They're athletic. Like
Yeah.
they're athletic. They're uber athletic at every position, like including quarterback. The quarterback runs around like a toddler with a handful of candy, and it's just like Marvin Harrison's a weapon. So I mean, they're like a Corvette offense. They're like fast.
Yeah, they're fun to watch for sure.
Yeah, fun to watch.
Yeah, no, it's not Jade Barron. They're showing Jade Barron right now. He's just scrolling through his phone right now.
Yeah, he doesn't look too pleased. Matthew Golden, they're showing Matthew Golden on the ESPN feed, and he does not look exactly excited.
So it's neither one Longhorns.
Suit looks badass, but he's just kind of sitting there. He looks a little disappointed. Well, let's see what's popping. Cardinals are about to select. If y'all guys have the pick before me, go ahead and announce it. I know y'all are a tad bit ahead.
Oh yeah, we're gonna let you know, James. Don't worry, man. You know, we should also
I got
man,
you.
like at games, man, we should do like a post game show, bro. Like we gotta follow this Tyler Booker thing all the way through.
I'd be
Sure.
sure.
I'm down
You know
for
what I'm
that.
saying? Get us a little post game going. I told Aaron he need to, add taco. He got the tacos and touchdown. We never see the tacos though.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I put tacos on.
We never see those. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all I got to look at Aaron. I can look at Aaron every video. I want to look at some tacos too. Shit.
I got you. So
Walter Nolan.
Yeah,
Walter
you
Nolan.
beat me
Guys.
to it.
Okay. It makes sense. That makes sense. They're a little bit defensive line.
That boy Aaron said he main event. You see that boy? He got
Nah, I
big
didn't
main event.
I didn't need to press that button. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah, it makes sense that the Cardinals would take Walter Nolan. They got Dalvin Tomlinson in the middle. They got Calais Campbell in the middle of that defensive line. They're a little bit old in that DT room.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense for this Nolan pick for sure. The next generation of defensive tackle for the Cardinals, and he's someone who's considering at 12 for a
he's
little.
versatile. You know what I'm saying? Like he plays up and down the line. He's played some D tackle. He's played some in. I mean, you can move him around. So, I mean,
what are your thoughts on like he's got all the skill set to be a really good D tackle, but do y'all worry about like some of his like inconsistencies? Like when you're watching film, sometimes he's not it doesn't look like this, he takes plays off at times.
That's what I was thinking. It seems like he takes some plays off. Like I don't know, I don't know if it's an effort issue or if he's dealing with like something nagging, but it does seem like he takes a couple plays off. That's probably the only reason why he wasn't like a top 10 pick, because he has the skill set to be a top 10 pick, but I feel like it was an effort thing.
Because if you watch the highlights, you'll think he's a top 10 pick, but when you go deeper into like when you watch the
film,
verses, it's like, okay, I can see why people leaning towards second round or in that mid round in the first round. So I don't hate the pick at this part of the draft, but it feels like early because I know the Cowboys rumored to want him, but
yeah,
I'd been okay with it if we didn't have Osa Odighizuwa. Like if we want to get defensive tackle, get a one take. Like,
get a one.
Like if they would say Kenneth Grant, I wouldn't have been mad at the pick. But I know a lot of people are saying, well, he's a Michigan guy, but him and Mason Graham are a lot different than the guys.
Yeah, they're a lot different.
Yeah,
we're still hunted by Taco. We're hunted by the Taco.
Yeah, we still hurt from that one.
we're not we're not drafting helmets. We're drafting football players, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Being haunted by the taco pick, and I understand that and what happened, but I mean, players are players, right? So we'll see. Got some reactions here on my Facebook, right? I put something on my Facebook, so I just want to read just a kind of a pulse of what some of the Cowboys Nation is saying. All right.
Okay.
My boy David's in here. He says, I like it. He says, yes, we need wide receiver, but we need guard help more. So he understands that part. And then Eric is in here. He says, Golden was there, but damn, we do need the line help.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things like we're talking about, right? We're kind of, damn, like we could have had Golden, but at the end of the day, you're kind of realizing, well, nothing's going to work if we can't protect Dak. So I
And
get it. I'm starting to come around a little bit here.
I got a question. All right, now that we didn't choose, receiver, now I want you guys' honest opinion. Do you feel like Dak has the umph to elevate these receivers, or has that been the issue? Can Dak elevate a receiver and turn a receiver into a good player? Like, a lot of the good quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? Some of them have done it with lower receivers than, like Tober, you know what I'm saying? They've done it, you know what I mean? So do you feel like Dak has the talent to elevate a receiver, or should we have got somebody that comes in automatically like pro ready?
You want to handle that one first, Aaron?
I get it. The Tolbert has been solid, but I honestly think we need to get another receiver that could elevate his game. You can't just say, "Oh, here you got Lamb, and then you got some solid dudes," but because there's a lot of other teams that have a great receiving core, and this team needs another wide receiver too, because CeeDee Lamb. What if CeeDee Lamb get hurt? So now you're kind of hoping it's on Tolbert or Turpin, but like we said, Turpin is more of the gadget guy. Mingo is a big question mark. You can say, you can give a big old highlight film of him in training camp. Oh, look at Mingo making these big plays, but is Mingo going to be that same guy in week one? Like, we need to
I
get
feel like Mingo is going to be like Gallup.
Okay. Well, I mean, if Mingo can produce the way Michael Gallup produced in those early days, then I'm going to be pretty happy with that, because there was a point. Let's not forget, there was a point in Michael Gallup's early run before he got hurt that he was looking like he had potential wide receiver one qualities, right? I mean, he was
that guy. Yeah,
he was making some crazy ass catches. He was reliable. He was getting open. He was even taking the top off of defenses from time to time, right? So look, if Mingo could be anything in that range, then I'm going to be pretty satisfied with that. And that's another thing, right? Maybe the Cowboys saw, well, we did give a fourth for Mingo, and that's why we're not going to pick a wide receiver here. Instead, we're going to try to build this line and try to run the ball and try to help Dak out a little bit more. Now, to answer your question, Damarious, about is Dak good enough to elevate receiver? I do think he's good enough to do that. I know he's good enough to do that. I have faith in Dak that he can do that. I just don't know if the depth at receiver, the quality of the receiver has to match the quality of the quarterback as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So Dak, I can raise the level of the receiving room, but how high is that level for the receiving room?
Like, where is the ceiling for these receivers?
Exactly. Minus CD, we know CD, we know what he does. But everybody else, where's that ceiling, and how far can Dak take them beyond their natural ceiling?
Yeah.
So I do think they are going to need another weapon eventually, whether it be some kind of veteran free agent acquisition or some receiver here tomorrow in either 2, 3, or at some point.
So I don't know if y'all got the Bengals pick.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, it's Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M.
Okay.
He's good. He's pretty good.
And he's a good pick, but a lot of people question his production numbers, I guess you could say. He didn't have the most And I get it, right? Looking at sacks, you got to look at the total of a defensive line. I get that, but a lot of people did question his output in terms of sack totals because with A&M, the highest sack total he had per season was 1.5.
See,
So
I did not know that.
total of 4.5 sacks in 3 years. I mean, look, I get it, right? And look, he had 31 total tackles last year, and he grades good and he has good scores and stuff like that.
4.5 sacks and only 11 tackles for a loss in his whole career. Only 65 tackles in his career.
Yeah, so I mean, look, he's just one of those dudes who he grades very well. He has that athletic.
Oh, he about to kill. Boy, that boy about like to kill Roger Goodell.
His athletic score was an 84, according to Next Gen Stats, which is pretty damn good. So, but his production score was a 60. That's the production doesn't match the athleticism, vice versa. That's his question.
I feel like we're officially on Shedeur Sanders' watch right here with Seattle.
So,
yeah. They did the dare to compare, and guess who they got the dare to compare with? Shamar Stewart.
I just saw him hug.
Who was it?
Goodell.
They said Myles Garrett.
Oh no, no. I personally don't think so.
I don't see no Myles.
I don't see Myles Garrett in it.
Yeah, Shamar Stewart hits like all the traits you're looking for in a really good edge, but like I would bring up, he hasn't had the production and everything. You basically drafted a very good trait guy, and that you hopefully could be a baller for your defensive line. But
there's some growth. There's room for growth, I think.
Yeah,
people are seeing that there's room for growth with him. So look, the Bengals. It's a good pick. I think.
James,
go ahead. What's up?
What do you feel about project players? What I mean by that is like, what do you feel like players that have like elite size or elite athleticism, but their tape, like like Shamar Stewart, like their tape is not as well, but they have the traits like that you want in like an edge. Like let's say an edge ran like a 4.46. You know what I'm saying? You have an edge with some speed, and but he doesn't rush with a plan. Like he doesn't have like a pass rush. Like you can teach him these things, but would you want a player that's more complete, or would you want a player that has elite athleticism and that you can mold into your own scheme? But like, what would you rather have?
That's a great question. So, there's, to me, right, I see it both ways, I guess. And I'm not trying to ride the fence, I promise. I'm not trying to ride the fence. But I'm a teacher, right? That's what I do in my day job and all that stuff, right? I teach. So I do see kids who have the God-given natural ability, right? And then I do see kids who have the potential to move and become, great students.
Yeah.
I'm making a comparison here, but I personally find a lot more of a satisfaction when those kids who might not have the production yet. Well, I'm not opposed to taking a player like that who can grow into it, especially like the later portion of the draft. You can do that if like the Cowboys at 12 would have picked him, I probably would have been questioning it. You know what I mean? But later on in the draft, like 17, 18, 19, 20, as you keep going, I think you start drafting for potential, you start drafting for athletic traits, especially deeper in the draft that you can work with your coaching staff. So I'm with you on that. In that aspect that it's okay to draft for potential, for traits, for skills, athleticism, but I prefer that a little bit deeper in the draft. I think you're in the top 100. So essentially picks round 1 through 3, right? Maybe the early 4th to the 100s, right? I think those are guys that need to be ready to contribute this. That's just real consensus.
When it comes to the draft, how many players did y'all see have like a first round grade? Since we're kind of talking about like certain guys that like Shamar Stewart, I kind of have him with a second round grade, but in the first round. But how many in this draft do you think were like you say, okay, this is a bona fide first round guy?
Teams probably have, me personally, teams probably have probably about like 18, But like when I was looking at, my stack, I probably had about 13 or 14 first round grades. Amarian Hampton wasn't a first round, you know what I'm saying? It's not really a first round back to me. Who else? I don't think Tyler Warren was in my top 13 players. Abdul Carter, you had Travis Hunter, Genty, Ted. Golden wasn't in my top. I feel like Golden was gonna probably, and it looks like I don't know if he's gonna make it to that, but that the early second round, you know what I'm saying? If the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying, didn't take him, I was thinking like he may slide. So, and I think we're at the beginning of this slide. And so yeah, but I had about 13. I had about 13, 14 players.
That is a similar number. How about you, James?
So y'all guys are like, y'all are draft gurus compared to me. I don't I don't put in like that type of draft work to where it's expensive, but I'm with y'all guys. If y'all guys have 13, 14, I like to watch, some films for the tape, but
man, I'm a Madden guy, bro. Like I always used to.
I've never created a draft stack before. Maybe for next year.
What I'm saying. Next year, bro. Like this is the thing, bro. Next year we should all get together, man, and we should give each other homework. Oh, I mean, you got 5 players you got to watch this week, and then we're gonna come and we're gonna talk about.
I'm down with that.
Let's do it, man. Like I'm saying, man, I've been enjoying this conversation with you guys all throughout the night. It's been a pretty good time, man. I appreciate Aaron, of course, for real. The Tacos and Touchdowns Cowboys draft show. It's been a blast.
Still ain't no tacos, but we know that's
that. Okay, next year I promise there'll be some type of taco content. I don't know if I gotta.
We need the
taco. Like a taco or something.
Smoke from the tacos coming from the side of the screen or something. Let us know you cooking the tacos or something in the background.
Oh, hold on. Hey, could you get that taco right there? No, you're not gonna be it. I gotta bring some taco.
Yeah, we need the taco content, bro.
You could be the one.
It's all in the trailer and stuff. He cutting up the cilantro and the onions and stuff, and we don't see no tacos, bro.
Hey, shout out to Mark that made that for me. So I got the little tiny taco, a little Tito over here.
Boy, that boy got full of ground beef. Look at it.
Let me see.
Look at that.
Hey,
look at him.
Taco.
We need the taco content, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I told y'all like the story about how Tacos and Touchdown named. I think I told.
Always wondered about this. I've just never asked. Go ahead.
So at my old job, I was working at a medical supply company, and I was thinking of like a football podcast, like strictly NFL and college. And in Seguin, there's like where I was working, there's a lot of taco places, and I would always go there like during my lunch breaks. So the name came. I was gonna go with tacos and football. Like, no, that's too generic.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I wanted something to rhyme with. So tacos and touchdown came to my head. I was like, okay, this is a thing. So for these I think like the past three years, it's been a thing. People enjoy it, and they want to follow and stuff. I'm like,
keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding, bro. It's a journey, man. And you're doing it. Like I said on my stream the other night, I'm like, shit. I log on to Facebook and Aaron got the news before Bleacher Report. I don't understand how you do it sometimes. You already got a video out and all that type shit.
I've been seeing those quick videos you've been putting out, man. Your reaction videos.
He's on it, man. He's on it.
I know, man. I love it, dude. I love it. Let's see. Where are we at in the draft?
We're pick 19 and
in.
I don't know what Tampa would need.
They could go edge rusher, maybe Mike Green.
That would be a good pick.
Let me see.
What do you think? You know, Mike Evans is getting what? Is Mike Evans still there, right?
Yeah, he's still there.
They're not gonna let Mike Evans go. But
so pick number 18 went to Seattle. That was that
Zabel.
The guard from North Dakota State, Gray Zabel. He went there.
North Dakota State just keeps pumping out players, man.
They do.
Tampa's on the clock, followed by the Broncos.
Oh, look at Gilly, man. Why is Gilly the kid? Why is Gilly the kid that Shador Sanders had? I don't know if y'all can see this.
Gilly's there.
But Shador Sanders
Man.
he just posted the rejected. No, that was the 23rd yesterday. The rejected will be respected. Deion Sanders Jr.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. So that's Shador's brother saying the rejected will be respected. So
let's see, man. Pittsburgh's coming up here pretty soon.
I'm telling y'all, I feel like Omarion Hampton is going to Denver.
I feel like that's the pick. I've been thinking that for like the past 3 weeks.
I just got one with the Bucks pick.
You got it?
I got it. I know who it is.
Is it a Longhorn?
No, it's
Woo.
Oh,
it is not a Longhorn. Y'all want me to tell you? Or y'all want to
I mean, it ain't the Cowboys pick, so
yeah, you can go ahead and do it.
It's Ohio State wide receiver Emeka Egbuka.
I mean him too.
I knew it was gonna happen. I was like wishful thinking, like, oh, could you just slide to 44?
Receiver, bro. I felt receiver. That's why I asked about Mike Evans. I was like, man, how's that receiver room looking?
Yeah, that's a good pickup by them.
So that picks in. Denver is now officially on the clock, followed by Pittsburgh. I think we are officially. I'm gonna say Pittsburgh goes Shador.
So we're officially on Shador watch.
He falls in their lap. But we'll see what Denver does. Denver, there was a lot of speculation that Denver would be in the wide receiver category. This could be a Matthew Golden landing spot right here.
It could. We might have a run on receiver.
This could be a Matthew Golden landing spot in Denver. Pair him up with Bo Nix, get him in that Sean Payton offense.
Egbuka is so smooth, bro. Egbuka is so smooth, man.
Yeah, when you think of Ohio State wide receivers, they're all the smooth route runners. They're day one starters at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like you had Jackson Smith and Jigba, and then like Egbuka, Marvin Harrison. They just keep pumping out first round receivers.
You can officially. It's not even a hot take. They're a wide receiver. In this.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. See, look, everybody. Well, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, Marvin Harrison, and Mecca, they just keep first rounders. And he's a Dallas guy. Emeka Egbuka is from the Dallas area.
That'd have been nice to get. Yeah, we could see this run at wide receiver. So maybe I'll give the Cowboys a push. Like, maybe instead of having another plan, maybe we should start looking at some of these receivers in the second round.
Let me pull up some receivers here. So, there's still some dudes, right? I mean, you got Trey Harris, Ole Miss. You got Luther Burden, who's still on the board right now. You got guys like Jalen Noel from Iowa State, Jack Beck from TCU.
I like Besh. Besh.
Yeah, you got him. You go on and on. You go down the board a little bit. You got Tay Felton from Maryland. Torrey
about Tez?
Colorado State.
What do you think about Tez Johnson from Oregon?
He's a weapon. He's
at this point, yeah.
He's a little bit light. But hey, he's a guy who can add some spark to this offense. Be upset.
And boy, Egbuka daddy over there in the snakeskin long sleeve.
Yeah, I seen that.
and he had the snakeskin long sleeve celebrating. He smoked Black and Miles. Black and Miles, bro. Wood tip wines. He on the wood tip wines. I'm trying to tell you.
Wine, for sure.
Yeah.
Those wood tip wines, bro. Hey, step outside right now in a minute. Once the TV camera's cut off and about to light up a black right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He put one out before they were like, hold up, he about to get picked. Hold up, baby.
They're like, come on inside.
Hold up, let me put my black out. Hold up. He smoked it down to his fingertips is burning on the plastic, till the plastic is folding down or something.
He said, hold on, my boy getting drafted.
Yeah. Hold up, boy. My boy getting drafted, boy. He's packing that pack of blacks. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Hey,
back
at
in the
least
day, they be like, "Oh, you have to freak the black, roll it in there." You know what I'm saying? Loosen up that tobacco.
Man.
Let's see. What
So,
are your? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was asking Aaron. You going live all 3 days or?
Nah,
Eh?
I wish, but nah, it doesn't do day one and stuff because day three we're gonna be having some little barbecue at the house. Right?
You got it. Barbecues trump this anyway. You ain't nobody worry about them for round 4 to 7s. We got 10 picks though.
Yeah.
We had Dallas has 10 picks, so you know
lot
that's
left.
a lot. There's a lot left. Okay, I got a question. Ravel. The guy, the cornerback from Eastern Carolina, man. It should be a first round pick, but he had a knee injury. In Dallas, we love to say the man with the hat. If you ever watch Dallas Cowboy games and somebody gets injured, that the guy with the hat, the doctor with the cowboy hat always comes out. He's the one who done Ravel surgery, and he said everything is good. Ravel is, for me, Ravel is cornerback too. Like he is like him and Jade Barron are kind of on the same type of like trajectory for me. And I mean, I like Ravel. If he makes it to 44, I'd run to the podium for Ravel.
And we talked about this earlier, right? And I think I mentioned it specifically that cornerback. I would love a cornerback. You know, as much as I want another weapon at running back and receiver, the depth of this cornerback room needs some reinforcements. And you know, Ravel Jr. could be that guy. And if the man with the hat says his knees are right, I'm gonna trust him.
He's good.
I mean, he should be all right. You know, he only played in 3 games in 2024. That's tough, but you know, press corner like him, who's 6'2",
they like that. They like that length.
Yeah, they like.
he fits the measurables that they're looking for. So I could see somebody like that possibly sneaking into the mix.
Man, I have so many players that I just pray get to us at 44. Like Ravel, I like Carson Swessinger, the linebacker from
that's my favorite cat.
UCLA. Dude,
That's the saying.
He's a dude, man. And then you like if you're looking at this running back room, if you're looking at these running back, the running backs we have left.
Mm-hmm.
Would you pick one at 44 or would you pick one at 76?
And I'm kind of nervous that I'm nervous that there's going to be like a small run on these backs here soon.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, second round, particularly, I would probably go at 44. I mean, everybody's still available. Everybody's still there. I mean, you know, the only one that's been picked to empty, but everybody's there.
We could play a game real quick, guys.
Let's go ahead.
If you you took the right guard at 12. If you let's say pick 2 positions at 44 and 76. Like out of all of our needs at 44 and 76, lock them in. What positions would you address? Like at 44, what position would both of you guys address?
I'm gonna go running back, 44.
Okay, you going running back. Aaron, what are you going at 44?
I'm stuck between running back and corner, but my biggest fear is that running back's gonna go off the board quick, and I don't want to be waiting in the 76 overall pick, and there's like, okay, I gotta get a 5th round type of running back instead of me getting one in the 2nd. Like if there's like a Quinshawn Judkins or Travion Henderson or heck, even Dylan Sampson. I know the size isn't there, but he's a solid running back. If he's there with the 2nd overall pick, I'm gonna be like,
okay. Now the question I want to ask, like to segue into, is if like you want to go running back at 44. If you let's just say there is a run and you miss out on your running back at 44 and you have to wait till 76. Who would you take? Let's say Judkins is gone, Travion Henderson is gone, Giddings is gone. If you miss out on running back at 44, and you have to take one at 76.
Man, is Caleb Johnson gone in this scenario?
Let's just say it was a run. Because Caleb Johnson's up there. You know what I'm saying? And he's
My
gone.
top 5.
Yeah, that basically, let's say you wiped out your top 5
Okay,
before 76.
leave me with the guys like Jordan James from Oregon.
Jade Barron is the pick for Denver.
Ooh,
That's a
okay.
good pick.
Hook 'em. Good pick right
Oh.
there. I would go, okay, so that would leave me with guys like Jordan James. Leave me with guys like RJ Harvey from UCF. And this, I have a hard time pronouncing this player's name, but
Is he from Rutgers?
got in from Virginia Tech.
Oh, Bashir Tootin.
Yeah,
I think
two.
that's how you.
But I know the Cowboys, there's reports that the Cowboys are very interested in him. So, you know, you might start looking at guys like that. But DJ Giddens, I know that's Aaron's guy right there.
Right.
Possibility as well at 76.
Okay, so none of you guys chose receiver. So that means you wait until 76 at receiver. Like if you didn't pick, you know what I'm saying? That means you're waiting to 76 or around 5. You have to rate to 5 because we don't have a 4.
Damn, dude. I don't know.
That's when.
I think the numbers might start dwindling by that point.
The receiver's gonna look bare. Gonna look kind of bare at 5th round.
What do you think about? I mean, if you're dead set on getting a receiver, I think you would have to try to get one in the 3rd. But I mean, that's when you start probably running into guys like like Savion Williams or Ioman from Stanford.
Ayo Manor or whatever, Ayo Manor or however you say it.
Even an Isaiah Bond might be floating out there.
I'll take Isaiah Bond at 76.
So those are the receivers that you'd start running into at that point. But
if Isaiah Bond makes it to 76, or I might skip up to the podium myself. I might drive to Frisco. You know what I'm saying?
I put you.
All right, here's this Pittsburgh pick. Are we gonna? They're on the clock. So are we gonna get Shador? Is this a Shador thing? You know what I'm saying? They got 4 minutes.
One of them's on the phone
Deion
with.
smiling. I'm looking at Deion smiling.
big old handshake.
Shador's.
That Jackson Dart?
Ooh.
I'm watching the ESPN feed.
He's in Canton, Texas. He right down the street from me. He right down the street from me. Shador is.
All right. Canton's that close?
Canton is like 45 minutes to an hour, I think. Maybe a little bit, maybe an hour and 15 minutes.
Are you out there in the DF Dub?
No, I'm not in the DF Dub. I'm close. I'm about an hour and a half from it.
Okay, that's what's up.
They're not. Are they going to go with Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson on their roster? This
I
has
hope
to be a
not.
quarterback. This has to be a quarterback. It's just, is it Jackson Dart or is it Shador Sanders? What?
What the heck?
Y'all know who it is? Okay, let's see.
What?
I'm surprised by that one.
I'm surprised. That surprised me.
Wow. Okay.
Shador is really sliding, bro. Like,
Dang.
Damn.
So the last team I got maybe looking at quarterback is the Rams at this point.
As a Matthew Stafford, yeah. There's a possibility Shador might drop out of the first.
I'm thinking, but you know what? What's starting to creep up and scare me?
What's that?
Philadelphia and Matthew Golden.
Ooh.
Oh, I hope not.
Philadelphia and Matthew Golden is starting to scare me.
I'd rather than get a Georgia guy.
Right. Georgia Southern.
Yo, I'm like, what? Oh.
Yeah, I got a quote here from Tyler Booker on Twitter. He's giving his media interview right now, right? But this is a quote. John Machota is reporting this from The Athletic. They asked Tyler Booker about those who might question Dallas drafting him at 12. This is what Tyler Booker said. Quote, I would say turn on the tape because 3 years at Alabama, I just straight up dominated. I was a dude at Alabama.
Dude.
So saying if you're doubting this pick, turn on the tape.
Turn on the tape, man. I'm trying to tell you, the man, he's a man child, bro. He's strong, bro.
He's coming with the confidence.
They have the Cowboys already dropped a quick highlight clip of Booker, right?
Mm.
And I was peeping it real quick, and he can get out on the outside too. He can get out there.
He's athletic, man. He can
Man.
pull. He moves people, bro, in the run game.
And you're
Like
right, Aaron. You said it earlier. Once he gets his hands on you, it's done.
it's over.
Yeah,
It's over.
So you're getting pushed back.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I'm good with it. I'm starting to come around. Let's go. Look, wanting Matthew Golden would have been totally cool, man. But hey, you build from the inside out, solidify that line. Let's get cooking. Let's go. Let's get it cooking.
Just get us a weapon in second or third. That's all I ask for.
If we've been listening to Shouty, bro, Shouty has been for the last couple of weeks. We start from the inside out. We start from the trenches and we build and we work our way out. So I felt like that, me personally, that was the first thing that he said that kind of put offensive line on my mind.
Absolutely. Shouty's been kind of telegraphing where they were going to go this whole time. Yeah. And you've mentioned it before, Damarious. He's been saying it. He's been throwing out little hints.
Tidbits, man.
I'm interested to see what Shouty has to say about this pick because, they're going to have their press conference. I'm interested to see what his thought process was. Of course, what Jerry has to say about it.
Well,
that's going to be fun.
Right. He going to give us some kind of quote. Jerry's good for the quotables.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In the last couple of days, his interview in the last couple of days, he said, he was like, I'm probably going to have to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
He said he's going to have to be the tiebreaker. So if he was the tiebreaker and the right guard was to pick, who do you feel like the other guy was?
Ooh. Man, I don't know. That's a great question. Who was the alternate pick besides Tyler Booker? Damn, I don't know. I might be stumped on that one. Could have gone a multitude of ways. Aaron, what are your thoughts?
Ooh. Man, I'm stumped on that one pick.
Do you feel like it was Shouty and Eberflus sitting there like, I want a defensive guy.
The Georgia guys were still or one of the Georgia guys was still on the board. It was Walker was still on the board.
Yeah, that could have been an option with him.
I feel like it could have been between like you said, Walker and Booker. I don't feel like, I feel like if they liked Golden even a little bit, he probably would have been the pick.
Yeah.
If they felt Golden could help a little bit, I feel like he would have been the pick. But
and that's where I'm kind of perplexed at that because Golden could have helped a lot.
Yeah.
But obviously they saw what the need was on offensive line and finding Zach Martin's replacement. So,
and if we just being honest, they paying Dak what, damn near $60 million a year.
Yeah.
Protect your investment. That's what this was. A protect your investment pick. Like we spending $60 million on you, and you played 6 games, maybe 7 games last season.
Yeah,
maybe
7. Was it 7 when he got hurt?
I think so.
It was 7.
The Atlantic, right?
Yeah, that means you missed over half of the season, and we paying you $60 million a year. So yeah, protect your investment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe if we get. They're very Dak oriented. They feel like Dak can wheel and deal and lead this team. So they're trying to protect Dak. So because they feel like what we were talking about earlier, that Dak can elevate his people around him. And I feel like that's what this pick was about.
There we go.
Yeah, I got a quote for the Tyler Booker pick. So you got your insurance policy to protect your asset, like y'all bring up, and there's gonna be Cowboy fans that hate this pick now, but 8 and 10 years they're gonna love the Tyler Booker pick, like how they didn't like the Zach Martin pick. So that's how I kind of feel.
And I'm gonna I don't want to say even further back. Remember the if you've been a Cowboys fan for a while, remember the Travis Frederick pick. How everybody was like, "Who is this? What, you picking the center from Wisconsin?" Everybody was like, "What is going on?" And then we ended up loving Travis Frederick. So I feel like this is kind of like that all over again.
Hey man, let's hope that's true right there. Let's hope that comes to fruition because look, the Cowboys have hit on these offensive linemen. They've done a really good job, and if you're going to give any credit, give credit where it's due to Will McClay, those scouts, and of course Stephen and Jerry for signing off on that and being involved. So hey, I hope that they find another one. You know what I mean? Because just despite what happened, look, Tyler Guyton had some struggles last year. Let's just be honest. He did have some struggles. But towards the end of the season, I thought he played a lot better. I thought he was starting to kind of round out, get into shape a little bit, get into when I say shape, right, starting to smooth out some of the things that he was struggling with. So I'm still in on the Tyler Guyton pick. You can't. I saw some Cowboys fans, oh, Tyler Guyton this, Tyler Guyton that. Look, the guy was asked to go out there and play left tackle and go against all these monsters in the NFL week after week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still high on Guyton, and I think he can still be a great player for this team. But I know there are some people who might be questioning that right now. So
He need to go get another lesson from old Duke Manyweather. He
yeah,
Absolutely.
need to go back to Duke, the O-line whisperer.
Yes.
Send the whole line. Send everybody to Duke.
Yeah, because the oldest person on the offensive line now is Terrence Steele, and I don't think Terrence Steele is even 28 years old.
I think he's like 28.
Terrence Steele's age.
He's the elder offensive lineman now.
27.
Oh wow, see?
So you have Tyler Guyton 23, Cooper Beebe 23, Brock Hoffman 25.
I like him. He has a little about him. Yeah. He's mean.
Oh yeah, he's always into something. Tyler, let's see. Hold up. Let me get this correct.
Our interior offensive line depth is looking good now.
That's what I was just about to ask right after James made his point. I was like, if you think about this interior, just the interior line, you have Tyler Smith, you have Cooper Beebe playing center, and now you have Tyler Book, who's also super strong. So the interior line is good. I'm just worried about the tackles. I'm just worried about Dak's blind side. I'm just worried, I mean, yeah. I hope Guyton, takes a step. He has all the athletic traits. He he tends to lean. He tends, what I'm saying? When you lean, he tends to, he tends to lose balance. His balance needs work. But if he can get that together, we'll be okay. And if you really think about it, Dallas offensive linemen always seem to take a leap in year two. Tyler Smith, when he first came in, it was holding calls. It was, you know what I'm saying? Same thing. We were asking, we were talking about the same things we were talking about Guyton about. And now, you know what I'm saying? He's a Pro Bowl player. So hopefully he can take that jump.
So we're talking about the depth, right? And y'all brought up interior depth. Don't forget about TJ Bass is also
TJ Bass.
Oh yeah, about to bring him up.
He's a pretty good piece that got some playing time last year as well. So it's looking pretty solid, man. I mean, Guyton, Tyler Guyton left tackle, Tyler Smith at guard, Cooper Beebe center, right guard Tyler Booker, right tackle Terrence Steele. That's how the projected starting lineup for the offense
not bad
right now.
It's not bad at all.
Everybody's under 28 years old.
Not bad.
Smith, the oldest, at 27. So if you wanted to get younger, you did.
You did. And
you did in this sense.
But now we know for sure as Cowboy fans, it's going to be a running back by committee.
Yes.
Because we didn't get a dude at running. I want to say we didn't get a 3 down back at, you know what I'm saying, when we missed out on Genty, of course, and you didn't take Hampton. I don't know if there's any 3 down backs that are left or at least in like coming straight out of the draft.
Okay. Have y'all seen the Chargers pick? I'm sorry. I did not mean to cut your point off.
Yeah, I seen it.
That's a good pick by them.
I was just mentioning, I just said his name and he appeared, bro. Like Candyman or something.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're talking about the running back room, right? Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Deuce Vaughn, Malik Davis is still hanging around. Hunter Lucky, but he's more of a fullback, H-back, kind of Mr. Do-It-All right there in that sense. It is a it's a room that needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, and I'm waiting to find a Cowboys coaching staff that can actually do what I need them to do. And what I need them to do is you have players like Turpin. It's like every other team knows how to use their gadget players. Dallas has an issue. I don't know what it is. It's like we cannot find out how to use Cavante. We cannot find out how to use Deuce Vaughn. And I don't know if it's a scheme issue that we just not going away from, but we have gadget players with speed that are shifty and things like that. But it's like we never can get them involved in the offense enough for them to make a difference.
We're not that creative. We haven't got that creative juice flowing like a lot of other teams doing with all the weapons like y'all bring up.
Yep.
Why can't we figure out a way to get Turpin more involved instead of, here's 2 plays, okay, do something.
Here's a jet sweep. Here's a reverse. But Turpin is a weapon. If we really want to be honest, he's a kick. He's a special teams weapon, and the man has some speed. We just cannot seem to get our gadget players in space.
Yeah, we've been doing jet sweeps since Lucky Whitehead, so that's been a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Hey, guess how many carries that Deuce Vaughn had last year? Does anybody want to guess a number? The number of total carries that Deuce Vaughn had last year?
I bet it's
I'm saying under 20.
Okay, what about you, Aaron?
Or is it 10?
Well, y'all are both very close. 17. 17 total carries for Deuce Vaughn.
7.
See what I'm saying? That's absurd.
It's 3 receptions. 3 receptions. So 20 total
touches
times, that he touched the ball, which is absurd.
Absurd. How many catches did Turpin have?
Last year, especially last year. They could have used him late in the season to at least see what he had, right? Let me look up Turpin's numbers here.
How many touches did Turpin have?
Let's see. So last year, 2024, he had 31 receptions. He had 16 carries, so that's 47.
Under 50.
Yeah, under 50. 47 total touches in that regard. 47.
I feel like that's absurd, man.
Yeah.
They could definitely use him a little bit more. No doubt about that.
I'm not saying he has to be a 70 catch guy. But what I'm saying is find a way to get your speedsters and your gadget players in space.
True. I'm with you on that. Aiden's back in here on YouTube. Aiden says, just realized the Cowboys have 3 O-linemen named Tyler. Yes.
That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough on announcers.
It's going to be a little bit confusing at times. Which Tyler are we referencing, right? Tyler Smith, Tyler Booker, and Tyler Guyton. The 3 Tylers that he's referencing. Let's see.
Next we're going to have Tyler Perry, Tyler.
Name Tyler on the offensive line eventually. I think that's kind of like their goal is find someone named Tyler.
Yeah.
Come on the line.
You would add an extra addition to it. Now count how many of their names are start with a T.
That's
what just like on the offensive line.
Offensive line. Like majority of their names are with a T.
TJ Bass, Tyler Booker, Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith, Terrence Steele.
That's 5. That's 5 at least. That's crazy. They love alliteration with the T's, right? They love
they love Jalen's too.
Jalen's, yeah.
Jalen's. They have a thing with
Jalen Brooks. Remember Jalen? Yeah, he's still on the roster. Jalen Tolbert.
They have a thing with Jalen's.
I feel like there's another Jalen, and
I don't know if y'all can see this guy. I knew that there was going to be Green Bay's on the clock, so it's turning up over there. But I didn't think that I knew I was going to see the old guy in the Favre jersey. Like it doesn't matter. We could be in 2050. There's still going to be an old guy out there with a Brett Favre jersey on at the draft.
Was it faded?
Do you know the number was faded, fam?
Oh shit!
I've seen a lot of Favre jersey, but I've never seen one that's like pristine. It's like the 4 is almost gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every
that's what I'm
Favre jersey
saying.
I've seen.
And they got like the vinyl is hanging off the 4 and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they Green Bay's kind of like Cowboy fans. They die hard. We're gonna wear it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was made by Reebok. It's like an old manufactured jersey from the 90s. I think even Apex jersey back in the day.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I've seen some fake Favre jerseys. I don't know. That's a thing. I've seen it before though.
Man, I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie. I was a Vic fan, like a 2007, 2006 Vic fan. I wore that Vic jersey till the 7 was gone.
I think that's how because I got a Jason Witten jersey, and it's like the 8's almost gone, and I think
I have an old school Roy Williams, not the receiver. Roy Williams,
The assassin. You had the assassin.
I had number 31 Roy Williams, fresh out of Oklahoma, rookie year. I got
that's a classic, man.
Yep.
That's a classic.
I wore that thing. Roy Williams, that was my dude back then, man. When he was at safety, damn, he was one of my favorite players when I was a younger Cowboys fan. I just loved watching him blow people up, just be a disruptor.
Who's your favorite Dallas Cowboy safety?
Damn.
Mine's Darren Woodson.
Me too. I was a Woodson fan.
You're right, but I have a big spot for Roy Williams, even though I know his coverage skills weren't all that. He got exposed.
He could not cover.
He got exposed. I get
He
it.
could hit.
Well, he could hit, man. That boy could hit. He was a water boy.
He'll hit the hell out of you for sure. I mean, damn, like some of his hits back in the day would be on.
They had to make rules. They had to change the rules for Roy Williams.
Backed up. Remember that?
Oh,
Yeah.
And he horse collared Terrell Owens.
I remember that.
They made they put in the horse collar rule because he drug down Terrell Owens in that game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he made them change the rules.
Facts.
I'm not gonna lie. Before high school football games, I watch Roy Williams and Brian Dawkins highlight tapes just to get hyped up.
No, for real. Hey, no, for real. You gotta watch something, man.
That's it. Oh man, hey fellas, I'm gonna have to bounce on out, Aaron.
Hey, I appreciate you being on the show, bro.
No doubt, bro.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for work tomorrow morning and stuff like that.
Yeah, go teach them kids, man.
I try, dude. I try my best. We're getting closer to summer, so I'm gonna have a lot more time now on my head coming up in the next month or so. But
how was star testing?
It was what it was. I had to administer a test, and so you gotta read the pamphlet word by word. Put away your phones. Put away this. Don't play with me. I told him I was like, problems if one of your damn phones goes off. I don't need these problems. Everything went well, man. Everything. I was bored, but everything went well.
That's good. That's good.
But hey, man, appreciate you, Aaron, for having me on.
Yes, sir.
Always great chopping it up. And Damarious, man, pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
To speak with you. We gotta definitely do this again.
Absolutely.
We're like, we get deeper training camps, all that stuff. Season.
Sure.
We gotta hop on, man. We gotta do it. I loved it. Loved the talk tonight, guys.
No doubt, man. Thank you, James. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Y'all guys close it out, man. And y'all guys be good. All right, Aaron, I'll catch you later. And Damarious, I'll catch you later as well.
Yes, sir. Have a good
definitely
night.
Gotta have you on.
That boy James, man. That boy James teaching the kids and teaching the youth.
Yeah, he's teaching the youth and then do radio on those Saturdays, and then he covered baseball too.
Oh wow, he sounds like a radio guy. No cap. Yeah. He you know what I'm saying? He's a radio guy.
I think he's been doing radio for over 10 years because he did it in college too. So.
Oh wow. So, okay.
I'll send you a link to his radio station. Yeah, he got it it's in Corpus, but he has like a link to it.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks until the first round is over.
It's going to
get the whole first round, bro. Yeah, how you feel about it?
Feeling pretty good.
The show's going well. That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir. No, it's only been 2. We got Hill on the back talking about it. Feel like it's been 3 hours.
That's because she ain't really paying attention. That's the thing. You gotta be in it.
Yeah, what'd you say?
We started at 7:30.
Yeah, we started at 7:30, but
It's only 9:45. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. We good.
Yeah, well, you sound like a little old lady right now.
She like, you need to go to bed.
I'm still young.
She's like, she's still young. I don't know about y'all. Like, dang, you have to bring our ages up and all that.
No, don't do that. Please don't. My check engine light on right now. Don't do that.
And I got a couple of lights on right now too.
Look at that pic. You see that pic, man?
What the check in?
Oh, I just
you see that pic, man?
No.
Jordan Love is gonna have fun.
And then we got to play against the Packers too.
He was like, man, I almost didn't make it. Look at it. He breathing hard. Like, whoo, I almost didn't get out of there.
Yeah, when it comes to Matthew Golden, when you see his interviews, he does like all business. And I feel like when he plays against the Cowboys, he's going to show out.
Yeah. I feel like he is because he wanted to come here.
Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, hey.
That boy got the Gatorade G on his chain. Who they got in the sombrero? I don't know if you see the dude in the sombrero jumping around. In a Green Bay Packers sombrero.
I know Aaron Jones used to do it back in the days. I don't know who that must be one of those what's it called? Super fans or whatever it's called.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have to keep doing it, bro. We're gonna have to keep this up, y'all.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially in the summertime and stuff, we definitely got to do another live and talk about this training camp and everything going on. You know the Cowboys gonna keep us busy with some type of topic.
Some type of news, man.
Hopefully it's positive this year. And hopefully by then, at least Michael Parsons will hopefully be signed. I don't want to be waiting to the week one like we did with Dak. We signed him on the day of the game, signed the contract. I'm like, let's get the contracts done.
Let's get it done, bro. They always drag their feet with the contracts of these big players.
Yeah. They waited to the last because they had they interviewed Deron Bland. They asked him about any talks with them about a contract. He said nope.
They never, bro. I don't know what it is with Jerry, bro.
Yeah.
Steven ain't no better with his slick hair ass.
Oh yeah. That man gonna be in about a few years and be looking like us right now, I'll be honest with you.
That boy Steven, dog. Like, people be like, oh, Jerry, when he getting older, he gonna have to give the team to Steven. That ain't really just much better. Cause Steven is cap boy. He cheap, man. Steven will come try to sign me, and I ain't. I ain't what?
Hey,
will you play, Steven? Like, would you play for $3?
He would say $3. He like, I know you just down the road.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How about I give you $12 and some gas money to get here? Yeah, that's Steven Jones. That's how I feel like he be talking to folks, man.
Yeah, he's gonna be saying he's gonna have a tree house or something like that, or
yeah, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna give you a double wide trailer, $43. You know what I'm saying, and some gas money. Got hot 20 to get down here. Come on now. Man. I know he signed Miles. He probably paid Miles Sanders like $180.
Yeah, by nickels and dimes.
Yeah.
You ever seen the picture of Miles Sanders when he signed with the Cowboys? He didn't look happy at all. He was like,
that's what I'm saying, boy.
I'm just trying to play.
They paid that man in rolled up quarters.
What's going on, Doug? Appreciate you for.
They paid that man Miles Sanders with rolled up quarters.
Man, yeah, it's just you see guys, especially when him because he's like a Philly guy, and you see him in Dallas. Like, I know this wasn't his first choice, but he's like, ain't nobody want me, so I might as well just sign with the Cowboys.
You be like, dang. I mean, that's true. You was on the street, but still, you know what I'm saying? I wonder, do they believe? I mean, do they believe in Javonte Williams? You feel like?
I feel like it's RB2, but an RB1. Nah, I'd rather try to draft a running back right now and have him RB2. He got power in his game. He's not what is he, about 24, 25?
Yeah, he's still young. He's still kind of young.
Yeah, he still got a little juice in his game, but I don't want them to be like, this is an RB1 for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, no, get a guy.
Get a guy.
and one of those Ohio State guys are there tomorrow. I know in my mock draft it says Siobhan Revel, but if you say Trayvon Henderson or Quinshon Judkins are there, I'm like, draft them. If y'all truly about Marty Ball, you get one of those guys. Both of them have a physical game. I know.
I'm laughing because I was on James's actual page.
Yeah.
And he had posted like, who do you feel like, who would you be mad if Dallas picked? And he said, I'll probably lose my shit. His quote, I would probably lose my shit if the receiver's there and we pick a guard.
I remember that.
And we did exactly what would piss him off. Pick the guard.
Yeah, I was in that same mindset Monday. Tuesday, I don't know what. I had some type of clarity like this team is going to go with guard, and we're just going to have to deal with it. So that's when I did my mock draft. I kept seeing a lot of Cowboy content creators put Ted McMillan, Matthew Golden, and I like the Cowboys are not going to go with usually the guy that we want. They're going to go with
yeah. It never happens, bro. We can be like, okay, remember everybody was Genty, then everybody was Ted, then everybody was Matthew Golden, and we're thinking these things, and Dallas is just like, nah, we'll take this guy. It's like the fans and the front office in Dallas never agree. They're never on the same page.
Not at all. They'll be like, okay, you fans, you little fans don't know what y'all talking about. Let us handle this. And sometimes they're right. Like, I don't think many of us were thinking about Micah Parsons when he got drafted. I know a lot of us were thinking Slater. I'm trying to think of another guy that we were talking about in that draft. But Micah Parsons, I didn't really watch film on Micah Parsons when he was at Penn State. I should have, but
that boy was out there hazing, boy.
Yeah.
Boy was out there doing the most out there. So that's why I thought, but Dallas is known, people are like, oh, Dallas gonna take them thugs. Dallas will take them thugs.
Oh, back in the mid 2000s, we did. You remember Tank Johnson?
Do you have a felony? Do you have a felony? Yeah, I got 3 felonies. Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys.
And it pans out, they'd be like, man, we just got us a steal.
No, for real, yeah, we just got us a steal. Literally, because he got caught for stealing. But it's all good.
Back in them days, if was it Tyreek Hill was still back in those days, we would have picked him up by now.
No, we would have picked him up. They'd be like, Adrian Peterson, we would have picked him up after he gave his child that whooping, his son that whooping. He would have been like, yeah, boy, we chastise our kids too. Come on.
Man, I always hear stories about the way they say Adrian Peterson shakes somebody's hand. They say it felt like he's gonna break my hand.
Yeah, he's a strong guy, man. His workout routine was crazy back in the day.
Yeah.
I just hate, speaking of, Tyron Smith retiring, I feel like Dallas just wastes the career of so many good players. Like Sean Lee, we wasted his career. Jason Witten, we wasted his career. Romo, we wasted his career. It's just like, our front office doesn't have the urgency that I feel like they should have. They don't perform with urgency.
No, not at all. They act like they'll have every opportunity. Okay, there's next year. They don't think about like on borrowed time. They're just like,
And the thing is, it's just like, it's a brand, bro. It's a brand. It's like Jerry Jones is like, people want this. It's easy for me to make deals because we're the Dallas Cowboys. Bro, man, we ain't won nothing in 30 years, though, bro. Last time we won a Super Bowl, I was 7. I'm 36.
We haven't seen a Super Bowl in our whole adulthood.
Yeah,
we're all in our 30s now. Just like
exactly, man. That we're the Dallas Cowboys is over with, bro. Yeah. It's over with.
Yeah, like that what's it called? That thing about the big star. It's not like that no more. It's like
you gotta think about it.
What is the team?
This team, these kids now that are getting drafted now, these kids that are watching football now, they grew up seeing the Patriots. They grew up seeing like teams like that win the Super Bowl. Like, that's the real dynasty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not doing well right now, but when you think about teams like that, you think about, I hate to say it, the Eagles. You think about the Patriots. You think about people that were making runs in the playoffs, and Dallas has not been involved in that for years. And so the illusion of everybody wants to play. I mean, everybody, of course, it's Dallas Cowboys. You're gonna get other opportunities just for playing with the Dallas Cowboys. You're gonna get like, what I'm saying, sponsorships and all kind of crazy shit like that just for playing for the Cowboys, because we do have the major NFL brand.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like teams, like these kids nowadays, they grew up watching other teams, bro. Like Dallas has not been like a major contributor to, what I'm saying, to like the playoffs in years. So I feel like once they get over themselves, basically the front office, once they get over themselves, I feel like we'll be okay.
Yeah, you hear a lot of
the Giants
kids.
traded back into the first.
They did.
Mr. George Sanders. And I feel like, yep. Look at him. Fan cam.
Uh-oh.
Here it is. We're gonna have to deal with Shoutout Sanders for the next decade.
Oh man.
Shoutout Sanders and Malik Neighbors.
Can you imagine that quarterback room now? Of the quarterbacks they got in that room, they got James Winston, Russell Wilson,
and now Shoutout Sanders. I'm thinking Shoutout Sanders right here.
That's an interesting quarterback room. There's a lot of personalities.
And see, this is what I'm talking about. Like Jerry in the interview earlier this week was like, "Yeah, I mean, we'll trade, but we're not going to pick up the phone." So, who do you expect to call you? Like, I don't get it. Who do you expect to call you?
Yeah, if you put it out like that, nobody's gonna call you. Like,
nobody's gonna call you.
That was the most arrogant statement he could say. Like, we're waiting for somebody to call us. I'm like, no, if you see a player you want, but
go get him. Yeah.
It's the pride thing when it comes to Jerry. Sometimes it's like somebody's gonna call us because we're the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly. That's the whole. We're the Dallas Cowboys. We, you know what I'm saying? We're the biggest brand in the NFL. Yeah, you're the biggest brand in the NFL. I agree, but you're not the best team. So
we're the best marketing team, but when it comes to the results on the field, no, we go to the playoffs, but we don't go far.
And you got to think about it, man. These players, like social media and things like that these days, or is a huge deal. So, man, these players see that you drag your feet on these contracts. Like, okay, I'm gonna come play for Dallas, but they're gonna act like they don't want to pay me when it's time.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like they drug their feet with their quarterback that it was second in MVP voting. So what make you feel like they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? What make you feel like they're gonna pay me? You know what I mean? So I mean, it's not really just I feel like they think it's an ideal free agency destination, but it's really not, because like think about it, you haven't paid Micah. He deserves his money, and you dragging your feet on it.
And to make matters worse, sometimes they'll sling players into like, oh, he's not a team player because he's not going to take this contract. Yep. You seen it?
Bro, they got Jackson Dart here celebrating. Everybody over here, his daddy, bald head daddy crying. Bro, I was almost 100% sure that would have been Shoutout. But Jackson Dart,
I know he pissed now. He's got an arm on him though.
He does. Now he's good. And earlier today there was like talks that, you know, NFL scouts were putting him above Shoutout, like, and just in skill wise. This is insane. But this, you know who this is you know who this is looking up for?
Who's that?
Top of the second round, man. First pick, Cleveland.
That could be the possibility, because did the Rams already pick?
The Rams already picked, bro.
Oh,
the Rams are picked. That's what I'm saying. Who else? You got Atlanta. They picking again. Baltimore, Detroit, Washington, Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Kansas City and Philadelphia. So
none of those teams need quarterbacks.
None of those teams are really quarterback, needy. So I feel like you got Cleveland picking twice in the top 5 of the second round. They're picking number 1 and they're picking number 4 in the second round. Then you got Vegas. I don't feel like he'll get past Cleveland at the beginning of the second. But then you got Vegas right there that they didn't take did Vegas didn't take a quarterback. So
yeah, they took Genty.
Shador and Genty. See what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna make it past these top 5 picks in the second round. But I'm just surprised that he slid though. I'm very surprised that he slid all the way to the second round if he makes it there.
Yeah, because I thought it was just clear rumors about Jackson Dart in the first round. But
smoke and mirrors. I thought it was smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, like when it comes to the Milroe thing, when you see him on the list of people they said who's gonna have a walk on somewhere, like, hold up, they got Jalen Milroe at the draft right now. I have him like as a third round guy.
But I'm telling you, yeah, you got what's the guy named Joe Milton. Milroe is so athletic, bro.
Yes.
Milroe is so athletic. If you can get a quarterback, if you can get a quarterback coach to teach Milroe to control this shit and to you know what I'm saying, teach him to throw just a little bit. You know what I'm saying, with his athleticism and being a little bit more consistent with his passes, bro. His athleticism, he is Lamar Jackson athletic.
He is. He's elusive.
I'm seeing. Okay, yeah, Atlanta traded back into the first round.
What did they pick?
They traded with the Rams, so this was supposed to be the Rams pick. This is where I was like, they picked. They didn't pick. They just traded it. The Rams got the second round pick of 46.
Okay. Oh, they got
Atlanta's being aggressive.
Dang.
Oh, did you get the pick already?
I did not get the pick already. I know Jalen Walker was their first pick. Did you get the pick?
Yeah, I got the pick.
Who is it?
James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee. So
they're beefing their defense up.
Yep.
They're beefing their defense up.
That's a good look. He said he studied the film of Lawrence Taylor. Okay.
Everybody said that. See that? I don't like that. I really don't like that, bro. You know these, bro. Come on now. You 21. You are not looking at Lawrence Taylor like that, bro.
He probably just watched the highlight.
You watched the highlight film of Lawrence Taylor and was like, oh, I could do that move. But come on now. You did not grow up. You didn't grow up watching Lawrence Taylor, bro.
No, I don't. It just sounds good on the resume when they draft you. Say Lawrence.
Yeah, Taylor. It's like a receiver's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I model my game after Jerry Rice. You were not watching no damn Jerry Rice.
You weren't even born when Jerry Rice was.
That's what I'm saying, man. Who is showing you Jerry Rice? Your uncle is showing you old film of Jerry Rice, VHS film of Jerry Rice. Come on now. If you had to say like Megatron, yeah, I could see that. You know what I'm saying?
If they said like Larry Fitzgerald or something like that, okay, that's realistic.
Are you seeing James Pierce highlights? Are they showing them for you right now?
Yeah, they're showing a little bit.
None of that look like Lawrence Taylor.
Nah, he's more familiar.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they're looking like, well, we got to get paid. We paid.
Shoot. Yeah, their style of play is a lot different. When you see James Pierce, he's got more finesse moves than Lawrence Taylor. And some of the stuff you see from Lawrence Taylor, you can't even do in the NFL no more.
They're like, hold up, this little girl trying to throw gang signs. Look, cut the camera. They cut the camera off of it. The little girl was in there. Yeah, I'm like, they were like, get off the camera.
Was that one of his little?
They showed a little draft party. They all in the camera throwing signs and stuff. You from North Carolina though, so you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I know the producers like. Hey, no.
Can we cool down on the ethnic stuff? The ethnic.
It's a little urban.
It's a little urban over here.
They'd be like, we got a commercial. Got a Home Depot commercial. A good, nice home.
Throw that USAA commercial up. You know the NFL love that one. Throw that USAA commercial up.
They'll drop that one in a minute. One with Robert Gronkowski, and there's some other USA commercials they be dropping.
Oh, the USAA.
Hey. Got Baltimore. Baltimore always finds a guy. I don't care
in
what
the
part of the
late,
draft.
it's what I'm saying. The late, no matter where they're at in the draft in the first round, they always find a dude.
Yeah, they just, it's gonna be some defensive guy. Let me see if I can find the best. Shoot. Will Johnson still there? Is Mike Green? Yeah, Mike Green's still there.
That might be. See, that might be the pick.
That'd be a good pick. They need an edge. Josh Simmons. Oh, with that
I
that
hate
guy.
that Josh Simmons is not. I feel like Josh Simmons to the Philadelphia Eagles would kind of scare me.
Yeah, they could boost up that offensive line.
That's a boost.
And could you imagine if they just put him behind Lane Johnson for this year, and then if they move away from Lane Johnson, they got Josh Simmons.
That's what I'm saying. And then you already have Saquon back there behind him.
Yeah, because their offensive line, they got him, Cam Jurgens, what's the name? Left tackle Jordan. I can't pronounce his name. For the Eagles.
Yeah, I forgot. I can't pronounce it. It starts with an M, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, Mailata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Johnson not running? Definitely push him down draft board.
He could be a possibility for the Ravens at this point. Like, I know he didn't do the 40 time and all that stuff, but if you look at him in the what round we are 27, that ain't a bad pick up there. They did go with him.
It's not a bad pick.
And then after that, we got.
But I feel like that's definitely why he dropped. Because that's like I said, it's kind of like buying a car. Be like, okay, you can buy this car, but we're not gonna let you see how many miles under. We're not gonna let you see what's under the hood. Well, you have to buy the car as is.
Yeah,
you don't know what you get. But
he's like a car you get on Marketplace without the description.
Without the description, you didn't get to see the Carfax. There was no Carfax. The little fox didn't pop out and tell you that there was flood damage. So you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, they just show you the picture of the outside, but they never show you what's the inside of the motor.
Yeah, they don't show you what the inside look like.
They're like,
what's
going on in Green Bay? I don't know if you see this video, this clip of like these dudes in Green Bay. They're on a couch outside. One just lifting his shirt up. I don't know what the hell his shirt said.
Yeah, they tripping in Green Bay, dog. I actually got a Formula One racing commercial.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm still on commercial break.
I forget in the Midwest.
See, that's how you be having the news out early, bro. You must got Elon Musk internet. You must got that SpaceX internet on cable or something. What's going on, bro? You in the war rooms and shit.
A little bit. You said that space.
We got that space age internet now. What's going on?
Sure, I thought it'd be. Sure, we had to fix his antenna a whole bunch of times. We're out here in the country, but it working now.
Oh yeah, that country stuff. Boy, look at this board, boy. They got their board blurred out. I'm seeing the Baltimore's board is huge.
Hey.
I don't know if you can see inside their war room.
Yeah, I seen it. And when I mean fixed antenna, I mean Hillary did most of it. When I got home, it was already fixed. So shout out.
There you go. Shout out to Hill. You know what I'm saying? On top of the crib.
Yeah, you wanna wave a little bit? He get. Oh yeah, you see it.
Boy, I saw your fingertips, Hillary. I can't see nothing.
He said.
I only saw your fingertips.
He said you only see your fingertips. There you go.
Hey.
Oh, I forgot Malachi Starks was still there.
Is that the pick?
Yeah, that's the pick.
Okay, I'm cool with that. The real pick, this Washington and this Philadelphia pick for me is because I gotta see who our competition is getting. See it, because right now, the way I do it is I compare first round. So right now we have Abdul Carter, and we have to compare him to Tyler Booker because we're the only two that's picked in our division.
Yeah.
So we have two more players. We got Washington and we got Philadelphia.
Wait,
So
do they already
how are
know
we
where
going to
they're going
compare
with
our
the-
division picks? Is the question?
Yeah.
Right now, Abdul Carter is a better prospect right now than Tyler Booker. So right now, I feel like we're second in picks, of course.
Yeah. Then they got Jackson Dart too.
Yeah, they got Jackson Dart.
Oh, what'd you say?
I fear.
Do they already know where they're going before the draft?
No.
So how did they get these?
How did they get what?
Oh, she was talking about. She was showing me the picture of Tyler Booker. Oh no, they'll have like guys print off the things right when they get drafted. They don't take that long.
Either right when they get drafted, or they have like each team has like a whole bunch of jerseys of, you know what I'm saying, all of the draft picks that they feel the first round picks, and they'll just make a whole bunch of jerseys up and then just toss one out.
Yeah, it's like a quick process. Like when they do the Super Bowl,
It's just like a little iron on. They little iron on.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Yeah, like we said, Ravens always find a steal in that late first round.
He looks like a cowboy again.
You said he looked like a cowboy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Malachi Starks got that suit on. Boy, that boy clean, ain't
he? Yeah, what you think of was it Travis Hunter's bubblegum suit?
It's gonna go viral because it's Travis Hunter, bro. But I'm like, I wonder what Dion is thinking right now. Because Dion, he was like highly touted coming out of college, coming out of Florida State. Like, I wonder how he feels about this slide. Do you feel he's sliding because of people saying he might slide because of personality issues?
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning toward. It's got to be that they feel like he has a sense of entitlement because his dad was one of the greatest corners ever. So you should draft me because based on who am I, based not what you see on the film. Because when you watch Shedeur Shannon, he's a good quarterback. He don't have that deep ball. He's a pocket passer type of quarterback. Can scramble a little bit, but
he never had a consistent offensive line play. Yeah. He's better throwing the ball over the middle to me.
Yeah.
Like instead of outside the numbers, really. Like, but when it comes down to like the intangibles, like he has pro feet because I mean, like you've been trained by and you've been around some of the best players in the league your whole life. So his intangibles, like his throwing motion, it tends to be a little bit long because he tends to bring the ball down before he, releases. And I feel like, I guess, I mean, most college quarterback prospects have that issue. You know what I'm saying? They have issues with their throwing motion and with their feet, and they have issues with the speed of the next level and things like that. But I'm just trying to see what they saw in Jackson Dart over Shedeur. I'm not saying Jackson Dart's a bad player, but I'm just trying to see, like, it's been Shedeur, and Cam all draft season
for the longest.
And so I'm trying to figure out like what New York you had a chance to do it. What I mean by that is like the Shedeur Sanders, the lights of New York City. You had a chance to, to do that and to take your brand to the next level. But I wonder what made them feel like Jackson Dart was better for their football team.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like that could have been a good marketing thing, bringing Shedeur into New York, but they went with Jackson Dart. Hopefully it wasn't based on like, oh, our former great quarterback Eli Manning is from the same college, so why don't we go with another Ole Miss guy? Hopefully that's not the reason.
Yeah, don't draft for the helmet because you know what I'm saying.
Hopefully that's not the case. We got the Detroit Lions on the board on the clock. They need a defensive tackle, edge, guard, wide receiver, center. Let me see.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a little exercise. I'm gonna ask you a little exercise. Hold on right quick.
Okay.
Just a second. Okay. We had Tyler Booker at 12. Their next 5 picks after that was Kenny Grant, Tyler Warren, Jalen Walker, Walter Nolan, and Shamar Stewart. And you know how we'd be like, okay, we picked this guy, but we missed out on this person because they went after this person. They went, so I'm saying, out of those 5 people, do you feel like you came away with the better player? Like you have Tyler Booker, Kenny Grant, Tyler Warren, Jalen Walker, Walter Nolan, and Shamar Stewart. Do you feel like as Dallas, you got the best pick out of those 5 players?
If I would rank, I would have him definitely over the Stewart pick, the Nolan, because we got a 3 tech. Walker, I'm trying to figure out where could I put him, but he's a great talent. I would have him at number 2 out of those guys. Like I would have Kenny. Hold up. Almost thought I missed on the tag. I was looking at the guys, but I like the Booker pick. But if I could have got a solid 1 tech and Kenneth Grant, I would have liked that. But Tyler Warren is like the one I'm kind of stuck on. Like we could have added a weapon, but we got the guard. But I think I'm leaning towards more the Tyler Booker because we needed that guard. So that probably the second best pick out of these. And that might be a bold statement to some people, but the Kenny Grant to 1 tech because he has that quick get off for a big guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he could have solidified that 1 tech room.
He does.
And had that good rotation with Molly Smith, and maybe help Molly Smith elevate his game as well.
Yeah, because Molly Smith does need to elevate. Okay, now we're gonna keep going. Just a second. Okay. Now after that, after Shamar Stewart, you had Gray Zabel, Emeka Ibuka, Jade Barron, Derek Harmon, and Amarian Hampton. Now that's when it gets crucial. It gets sticky. Yeah. So out of Greg Zabel, Emeka Ibuka, Jade Barron, Derek Harmon, Amarian Hampton, and Tyler Booker, where would you put him? Those are the next 5 players after, the last 5. So those are players that you would say that you could technically say that you missed out on. So out of those 5, where would you put Tyler Booker?
Okay, so I'm gonna put Harmon and Hampton as second round grade guys. So I got him ahead of them. Zabel, another guy not having the second, so he's ahead of him. Barron, he just didn't fit the mold was what the Cowboys look at. So I'm thinking about the Cowboys. It's between him and Ibuka, and I feel like Ibuka was the perfect mold for a wide receiver for this team. Because like you brought up, he's a good
perfect
run
Robin.
blocker. Yeah, like I would have to have Ibuka above Booker just in situation you could have solidified that wide receiver too, but you still got a good, really one of the best offensive linemen in this draft.
You did get one of the best offensive linemen. I feel like you got the best guard in the draft.
Yeah. I feel that I'd more lean towards the Booker than if we went with Zabel, due to the fact that he's coming from a smaller college, so maybe that leap is a little.
It's a little bit more, more strenuous to him because going from a D2 school straight to the NFL. I mean, like some people it works for, but remember people thought Carson Wentz was going to be able to make that jump, and he made the jump for a couple years, but then like we kind of got hip to it, and I can get all my questions out. Washington. Year 2 Jayden Daniels, what do you feel like we're gonna get? Do you feel like it's gonna be a sophomore slump because we have film, or do you feel like we have multiple games of film, or do you feel like he's bona fide star?
I feel like there's gonna be somewhat of a slump, and I hopefully he puts some weight on because that's one of the biggest knocks on. He's on the frail side, and you playing against physical defense, especially in our division. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got guys that, like you said, they watch film on the guy. I think he's still gonna have success, but it may not be at the same level it was his rookie year. Hopefully, in that third round, okay, he can figure everything out. But I think there's gonna be somewhat of a slump. You kind of seen with a CJ Stroud, his rookie year, it looked really good, but you seen there were some issues and stuff.
They figured him out. A year two.
Yeah. They got to make sure that decision making is still good, and Jaden Daniels got to put on some more muscle. He's on the lean side because I think he's about 210. He need to get at least about 220, 230 just to withstand those hits, especially in our. Yeah, a lot of physical edge rushers out here especially on the Philadelphia. They got all those Georgia boys. We got Michael Parsons.
They drafted the whole Georgia defense that one year.
Yeah, that front seven is just Georgia boys. They got the Kobe Dean, Jalen Carter, was Jordan
Davis. Yeah, Jordan Davis. Like they have tons of that. Like I said, they drafted a whole Georgia D line that one year.
Yeah,
remember Nolan Smith?
Yeah,
they drafted Nolan Smith from Georgia. They drafted like damn near everybody from Georgia that year. Okay, the Washington pick is in, but they haven't announced it yet.
This will be interesting. I wonder what they're gonna go with.
When they tell you, let me know.
Okay. Ooh, that's a bit of a jump. They said it's Josh Cornelly Jr., the tackle out of Oregon.
I'm okay with that. I could deal with them drafting them.
Yeah.
Okay, now Tyler Booker is still the second ranked in our division. I feel like Tyler Booker is still the second because I feel like he's a better prospect than Jackson Dart. So
I agree.
I feel like Tyler Booker is still in our division. We still holding down the second best draft pick right now. Well, we got Philadelphia in two or three picks. So
I feel like Philadelphia like hold my beer. We're gonna pick up somebody.
Yeah, right. Shador Sanders. Like, why Philadelphia?
They're like, we can. That's why.
Yeah, we can. You know what I mean?
You can't even get mad if they did draft them because they won the Super Bowl. Like at that point, you're just like, does that depth? But, the Bills.
I don't know. I feel like this guy's going to be he's not. I mean, me personally, I haven't really seen much of Josh Cornelly's film.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't see much of it.
How
is he getting picked before Josh Simmons though? That's what's confusing me.
Yeah, like is the medicals are bad as what we think they are? Is it
he checked out? The knee checked out. You know what I'm saying? They said that everything was good on the knee.
Yeah, the knee's good. Like I thought he'd be drafted by now. I don't know what happened with that one.
So what if Josh Simmons? Well, now we already got the lineman. So I was about to say, what if Josh Simmons had made it to 44?
Yeah, if we would have got Tyler Booker, I'd have been down with that.
I would have been, boy. I would have ran to the podium. Tell us one of them ran to the podium. They got the little white kid and the wife beater.
Oh yeah, I just seen that.
You see little Joe, he happy, boy. He's gonna buy me some V-Bucks.
Man.
Buy me some V-Bucks with that first check, bro. I want 100,000 V-Bucks. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's the main thing he worried about.
Yeah, he tried to get some V-Bucks, some Roblox or something.
Yeah, he's gonna get
Campbell still available. Will Johnson, Shador, Mike Green, Travion Henderson, Hairston, Luther Burden.
Yeah, that's the biggest question to me is why Luther Burden was supposed to be like a top 10 type of wide receiver.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in top 10 pick. So, but the process, I don't think he ran well. If I'm,
yeah, I think that was
not. Let me see. Let's see where Luther Burden ran.
And I know it was the personality thing because he kind of had that Amari Cooper's type of personality, kind of like
stoic.
Yeah, stoic. So a lot of teams don't like stoic receivers. And I know the production wasn't good as the year before, but he's still a solid.
No, he ran a 4.41. He ran a 4.41. He didn't jump. career. That can't be his career. He talking about 12 catches. He played 2024. He played 12 games, 61 receptions, 676 yards, 6 touchdowns. He really wasn't. His production really wasn't
there like the year
wasn't
before.
there.
Cause I know last year he had like over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
I did not know. I forgot that they signed Joey Bosa.
Oh yeah, they did. I forgot because it was him and Rousseau are now both at the edge, so that's a good matchup. If they can keep Bosa healthy.
Yeah. The Bills fan base, man, they just have a aura of ruggedness about them in Buffalo.
Yeah, I had a Bills fan on there. They're some of the nicest people though. They're just like a small town unit and stuff, but they love their Buffalo Bills.
The Lions, we didn't talk about this, but the Lions got Tyreek Williams. What do you think about Tyreek Williams?
Oh, they got Tyreek Williams?
Yeah. The Detroit Lions picked up Tyreek Williams. Before the Commanders, right before the Commanders.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's a dog.
Yeah, run stopper.
He's a dog. And if you think about it, 2 1-techs went. Well, I guess you would say, I feel like Nolan's a 3. But
yeah, Nolan's definitely
3. You had Derek Harmon and then Tyreek Williams went 2-1 techniques.
I think there's a reason for that because last year you seen this big run on how these running backs elevated the game. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. So now you're looking at teams like, okay, we need to figure out how to stop the run.
How to stop the run. Yeah, exactly.
You got it started with that 1-tech. I wonder who the Bills are going to get.
Yeah, the pick is in. But I just, you're going to find out before I do. Man, what was going on, man? Hey, man, how you feel about last night, man? You made that little 100K bet and went and left and came back and it won.
The funny thing is, I don't know why in my head I thought I had 200K. Oh, because I seen Chaos had 200K. I'm like, wait a minute, I probably got 200K. And I was like, let me throw 100K. And I was like, I didn't know that was all my 100K. And then you told me, I'm like, dang. I didn't do it.
Yeah, and then he was looking bad. He was looking bad at the beginning, but he came through for y'all at the end.
Yeah, I went to go do my little episode and stuff, and I came back. You told me what? I was like, dang, I thought I lost all my
all your little points, right? Now you didn't lose, bro. You came up. Came up.
I was about to say, I ain't that type of betting man, but I guess I did that.
Yeah, you did that. I was like, bro, I cannot believe that.
Okay. That's a good pickup for the Bills. They got Maxwell Harrison out of Kentucky.
He's a speedster. He's a speedster at corner. Like he can keep up with these 4-2 guys, for sure.
Yeah. So. He could play nickel too, a little outside and inside.
Yeah, he's a nickel. Yeah, he's a nickel guy. Me personally, do you feel like Dallas came into the draft with still too many needs, or do you feel like we addressed enough depth in free agency?
We did a better job than last year, but we still kind of had that for some. We still need there's still a lot of needs we still need on this team. Maybe though.
Did they switch picks? Did Philadelphia trade jump ahead? Did they want somebody?
Who they trade with?
Because Kansas City was ahead of them. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of mess?
They traded up 1 pick.
They're a player they really wanted, so it could be a Josh Simmons.
Bro, if they get Josh Simmons, he's a dog, bro.
They would.
I don't know if you can find. I don't know if you can find film on Josh Simmons, or you can look up Voch Lombardi's.
Oh
film on Josh Simmons. He's an offensive line. I love Voch. You know what I'm saying?
Same here. That's funny that you brought it up. You first person that popped up on my YouTube feed. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I know he did a breakdown on Josh Simmons.
Let me see.
He moves people, bro. His technique is just impeccable.
Yeah, he's definitely a people mover. Let me get. I know YouTube ain't a big fan of like long as if it does like 10 seconds or something, I can definitely share that.
Yeah, you know, YouTube be trying to shut a brother down.
How's it like on Twitch? Is it more lenient or is it kind of like the same?
Oh, we thugging over there on Twitch, man. You just got to set up your if you get OBS set up, bro. We thugging over there on Twitch, man.
Yeah, YouTube. Like I know I probably got a comment saying I do not own the rights to this film.
Yeah, you see, YouTube be tripping. That's why you got to get on OBS, bro. We need you over here on the Twitch side.
Yeah,
Look at that. Look at that, bro.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Just destroying people, bro.
I feel like it definitely pick. It's gonna be the pick
just
because
destroying, beating somebody's son up, man.
Facts. Yeah, that's the pick for the Eagles because if you think about it, the Chiefs need some offensive line help too. So
that's what I'm saying. They like tackles like him, like Jason Peters. They love the huge dude. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Shoot, even Jason 50-year-old Jason Peters is still good.
No, for real. Like he was a hype for us. I'd be like, shit, throw Jason Peters out there.
Shoot. All gray hair and everything. He was out there just
for real. You know what I'm saying? Just get out there and move somebody in the run game.
Shoot, it's crazy to think that Jason Peters literally playing while we were probably like a middle school or something like that in the NFL.
And he just retired this year. I think last year, this year, something like that.
Yeah. You gotta
tell Hillary we got 2 picks and then she can have you back, man. We got 2 picks.
Did you?
Sorry, I'm a baby. What?
We got 2 more picks and then where you can have me.
Woo!
She said, "Woo!"
Yeah, have it. Hey, my girl didn't even make it, y'all.
Oh, she knocked out.
Over there, knocked out, boy.
Dang.
They traded the 5th round and the 32nd overall pick. Okay, Philadelphia's pick is in now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Josh Simmons, bro. Do you know yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
They're going to commercial right now. They
would, bro.
And then guess what? It's a Home Depot commercial.
Guess what I got? Guess what I got?
What? USA.
I got the USAA commercial. I'll tell you, bro. They gonna throw that USAA commercial out there.
I ain't got nothing against Home Depot. They didn't show a lot of Home Depot commercials. That's all I'm saying. She was telling me, "Why you hating on Home Depot?" I said, "I ain't hating on Home Depot. I just see."
Did Home Depot get rid of their DEI? That's the question.
Shoot, that's a good
Home Depot. Did Home Depot get rid of that DEI? They bet not, cause ain't nothing but people of color in Home Depot.
Yeah, I was about to say even the one in Seguin,
bro,
like 85% of them.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like ain't nothing but people of color in Home Depot, bro. Now I get a Lowe's commercial. I got the competition.
Oh, you got Lowe's?
I got Lowe's in here.
Dang, Lowe's is sneaked in it.
They got Travis Kelce and not Travis Kelce. They got Travis Kelce and Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. I haven't got that one. I just got an Old Spice one. Courtyard Marriott.
Badass Energizer battery commercial. He got light up sandals.
You should see Hillary right now. She's happy that Jason Kelce's on the TV.
Listen, he's a good guy.
That's her favorite. One of her
Jason Kelce or Travis?
Jason.
Oh yeah, Jason's cool. I get down with Jason. But Travis, I don't like Jason because he was with the Eagles. So that's the only reason. That was the only problem I have against Jason.
Yeah, that's the only.
I got a Shaq Icy Hot commercial where everybody's in the same colored sweatsuit and they promoting this Icy Hot, putting on the back of this dude's neck in slow mo. I can I don't need all that
slow motion. What the
that's what I'm saying. You putting the Icy Hot on in slow motion. I don't need all that.
Oh,
now I do need this though. Wingstop putting the seasoning on them wings closer, on them strips closer.
Man, yeah, you can do so much on some Wingstop, but
No, for real. They got the
Well,
ranch dripping. As soon as I get off of here, man, we got to go find something to grub on.
shit, Wingstop don't close until what, midnight?
No, for real. My son here though, he'll eat the wing and the stop. So I don't. Yeah, I saw to eat the wing and the stop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't excited about that, but no, I just want to give a shout out though to my son though. It's his birthday today. He turned 13.
Happy birthday!
Yeah. He turned 13 today, man. He ugly though, but it's all good. He ugly, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? He know what's up.
Was that in the post you made?
Yeah. Now I didn't call him ugly on social media. I just wanted to call him ugly here on this platform. You know what I'm saying? So all the football fans, you know what I'm saying? The football fans will know. What did the Eagles do, man?
And they're milking it right now.
That's what I'm saying. You know, Super Bowl champs. Super Bowl champs.
I wonder who's gonna be introducing the pick. They're gonna be trolling, and then like remember when David Akers got up there with his little nerdy computer voice talking about the Cowboys?
Yeah, bro. Like we live rent free. I'm like, how do y'all win the Super Bowl and y'all still talking about us? I don't understand.
It's the Eagles.
Okay, the Eagles.
I don't like the way she said that. She sounded like she was excited. I don't don't do that.
He heard me.
Yeah, he heard you.
Yeah.
We heard you. Jaha Campbell. That's a good pickup.
He's a handsome boy.
Yeah, all right.
Now they got
Jaha Campbell.
Yeah, they got Jaha Campbell.
Okay, so how do you feel like we stack up? That's our division right there. How do you feel like we stack up? We had Jaha Campbell, Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, and James Cornbread, Jones Cornbread. What's his name? Josh Cornbread.
Josh Corley. Josh Cornbread.
We got Josh Cornbread. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what you feel about that?
I still got Tyler Booker at number 2 right now.
At number 2. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Campbell's 3rd for sure. That man Campbell's
he's a monster though. He's good.
You should hear it over here. She's like, he's so handsome.
I know one thing though. He ain't better than Josh Cornbread. I think we lucked up with Washington getting him.
Yeah.
Delete it right now.
Delete what?
You lying.
What'd you say?
I said he was happy.
Oh, I thought you said handsome.
No, I'm just gonna eat. I'm not even gonna cap. Hillary, I heard you say handsome too.
What's he saying?
I can take the headphones off.
I heard you say handsome too now. I ain't the only one. He ain't the only one that heard it.
I didn't say handsome. I said he's so happy.
The lies.
You know what? I'm not playing with neither one of y'all. Y'all are lucky this is live.
What? Dang.
But I know Roger Goodell tired of hugging folks, boy. He probably smell like all kind of different colognes.
Oh, yeah.
They done sweated on him and all type of shit.
Yeah, I know he'd be talking mess at the end of the draft.
I'm like, man, boy, just give me a regular handshake.
Nah,
I don't need all that.
They be jumping and hugging me, and he been
picking him up, throwing him around and stuff.
Jeez. He probably
Do you ever think there'll be a day to come by that he won't get booed at the draft?
Nah. They're gonna boo him.
They're gonna boo him forever, yeah.
At least he embraces it.
But one thing I want to tell you, and one thing I have to say about this pick, Tyler Booker whooped him in practice every day. You got to think about it. Tyler Booker played him in practice every single day. Had to guard him in practice every single day. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
We know Jaha Campbell because Tyler Booker knows Jaha Campbell. Think about it. You know his move set. You know how quick he's coming off the ball. You know all of that. We know all of that with this first round guard that we got.
Hey, that's a chess piece move then.
That's a chess piece move. You know what I'm saying? That's a chess piece. That's a chess piece move.
Hey, it's almost starting to look like an 8 now when it comes to you thinking like that.
If you thinking it like that, man, like you got to think about it. Abdul Carter, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the only person I feel like. That's why I said Tyler Booker's too, because that's the only person that we really have to worry about.
Yeah,
After the Giants pick, I'm more afraid of Abdul Carter.
Yeah, now you got him and Caleb on Thibodeau on the other side.
They were thinking about. I heard that they were thinking about trading him.
Yeah, I heard about that. Got the Chiefs on there. We'll see what the Kansas City Chiefs.
And then, bro, and have to think about it, bro. You got to celebrate, bro. The Chiefs picking, and you had a successful night, bro. You had a successful night, bro. You had your first round draft show.
Yeah, it was good. It didn't even feel like it was that long.
It didn't feel that long because good conversations talking about these players. I'm kind of disappointed there was no tacos and but other than that, it's all good.
Until next time.
She said next time.
I bet next time, I can hear you back there, Hillary. Next time, both of y'all, I better hear that pan back there, sizzling or something, man. Put some onions on there or something, man. Next to them tacos, you gotta. We don't want no taco plushie. We want some actual tacos out here.
You know what? Tell him to come make the tacos.
Nah, I can't do that. I got a bad knee. I can't even do it.
What's that got to do with making tacos?
Because you know what I'm saying. I can't stand up at the stove like that.
That just sounds like
it was, but
Listen, I'll get my desk chair and wheel you over to the stove.
She said, "Will you over the stove?"
I'm okay with this pick, man. I'm okay with this pick at Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't Josh Simmons.
Me too.
That was my biggest
But
worry.
I feel like this is.
Yeah, that definitely got to be it.
Offensive line help to protect Patrick Mahomes, man, for the next decade. Well, now not decade. I don't know if Patrick going for another 10.
Yeah,
he already been there. What, about 5, 6?
Yeah, about 6 or 8. Oh, it was.
I told you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This right here. I knew they were getting offensive line. They just got the best offensive tackle in the draft.
Because when you watch the film with the Chiefs last year, Patrick Mahomes was running for his life that whole
life. And in the Super Bowl, he was running for his life against that Philadelphia front.
Yeah, that's a definitely good pickup.
He's the best tackle. I hope they show some film on him, so you even more film. After we get off here, bro. After we get off here, go watch some Josh Simmons film if you get some time. You know what I'm saying? Between today and tomorrow, man, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Go watch some Tyler Booker film too, because I'm telling you, man child.
Both those dudes. I'm watching it right now. I just imagine him now, and especially in the run game with Isaiah Pacheco, he'll definitely love him.
I'm telling you, he's gonna love this guy, man. He's gonna love this guy. He's balanced, bro. Beats people up.
I don't know how the Chiefs did it. They must have had somebody tell all the other teams, I wouldn't draft Josh Simmons. That knee.
They found weed under his seat. No. You ain't telling you about that. The only way I thought he was gonna make it down to this end is he somebody had to say something.
Yeah, but it gotta be. Ain't no way he should be at 32nd overall pick right now.
But I'm telling y'all, Cleveland, be on the lookout for Cleveland, Las Vegas for Shador tomorrow.
Yeah. If he's not going to the Browns, he's going to the Raiders or something.
He's going to the Raiders, bro, something like that. Did it just change again? It just changed again. Wait a minute, because now we got Houston picking first tomorrow. And remember, Cleveland had those 2 picks in the top 4. So Cleveland traded out of this pick again, and Houston traded into second pick number 1. Second round number 1.
Ooh.
At least that's what I'm seeing.
Let me see. I'm on ESPN. When you let me go all the way.
32, 32,
Um,
3, 4,
no,
5,
Cleveland
6,
got
7, 8,
still got the
9,
second
10,
pick
11,
on
12.
my end. They got the first pick.
Cleveland still got
Yeah.
the first pick.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, man, they said next Houston. I was like, what?
I was like, they didn't pull some type of. I know they ain't going for no quarterback in Houston, so that wouldn't have been a worry at all.
Nah, he's either going to Cleveland or Las Vegas.
Sure. Man, hey, this has been a great show.
And if he make it past that, he going to the Saints. But yeah, man, it's been a great show, bro. You know, so I had to finish it out with you, bro. I couldn't leave. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, appreciate you. I know you got work in the morning and everything.
I don't.
Oh,
So,
you
you know what I'm saying? It's all good. I'm off, bud.
Oh,
I'm off. About to find me some Whataburger, man. Probably turn on some Madden and kick it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, before we end the show, where can they? I got the link to your show, but I'm gonna get the floor to you just the promote your show and everything on Twitch and everything. What do you be? Everything you got going on?
Man, twitch.tv/Buster_TX. That's a lot, but you can see it up under my name. You know what I'm saying? We do it's something called BWF on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We do WWE 2K25. We be betting and stuff. Aaron be willing and dealing on there, betting 100K. You know what I'm saying? Like 100K of points, man. And we have fun, man. Like we do.
Absolutely.
We do all kind of stuff, man. And on weekends, I'm trying to get Aaron. He gotta have to get him a system so he can get on this Madden get on this yard. But we play football on Sundays, and during the week, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we wrestling. And I used to have movie nights. We just do all kind of stuff, bro. Whatever I can think of to keep you guys entertained and to have fun, bro. That's what we're doing. I need to get a YouTube channel started, but I don't have one of them. But yeah, come to my Twitch. Twitch.tv/Buster_TX, man. We having fun over there on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me, though, Aaron, for real.
Yes, sir. He definitely got some great content. Definitely go follow his Twitch page. And quick question before I let you go. Are you gonna bring back the NCAA football?
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah. I gotta bring that back, man. We got Hill, we got Lil Parsons out there. We got Big 9-3. We coming back, bro. We coming back. I'm trying to find a day to do that, man. It's probably on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? Since college football, we probably gonna try to, do college football on Saturday and pro football on Sunday. And then, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're gonna do wrestling. So, but I'm definitely coming back with the NCAA for sure.
Yeah, that's all. That was my main concern. Like, we're gonna bring back NCAA.
We bringing it back, bro. We bringing it back.
That's the bet. I'm excited for sure.
For sure.
Yes,
we got to see what's going on, man. But yeah, man, thanks for having me, bro. Tacos and touchdowns, man.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah, man. We had a good time, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely. Hey, this has been Tacos and Touchdown Live. I hope y'all enjoyed this show. I appreciate everybody with the comments and came through.
Yes,
we greatly
sir.
appreciate it. Have a good one.
That's what's up, man. Pop your shit.
Yes, sir.